Hey, hey.
What's up, brother?
Honored to meet you, man.
man.
Harry
Absolutely.
Mack.
Harry Mack.
Yes, sir.
Harry
Yes,
Mack
sir.
in the building.
Joy to be here with you. My name's Harry Mack.
Harry Mack.
How we feeling?
Good name, man. Listen.
Oh, thank you.
We are ready.
Beautiful.
We are very ready.
Man, well,
Excited to talk to you, man.
yes, sir.
Excited to talk to you.
Well, I'm honored to be sitting here talking to both of you guys, man. This is super dope. I'm gonna do a freestyle rap for you guys. So,
Love that, Harry Mack.
yes, so.
This is the man that can judge you.
I already know. I'm sitting here with a legend, man. Two legends, but a legend in hip hop as well. So I don't have anything pre-memorized or prepared or pre-planned in advance. I'm going to improvise off the top of the dome.
Love that.
So can I get like some random words or topics or suggestions from you guys?
Words or topics.
Things to incorporate into the freestyle.
Money.
Yes.
Money.
Miami.
Miami.
Beautiful. Let's get 2 or 3 from each of you, maybe. So I can test my memory.
Friendship.
Money, Miami, friendship.
Ass.
Ass. Can we do that? We good with that? Ass. Yes. All right.
So you need more than 4?
Let's get 6. We'll get 2 more.
Horses.
Horses. There we go. Yes. Horses. One more.
And falafel.
Falafel. Yes. I love it. All right. Let me review. Don't remind me unless I ask because I got to make sure I got to memorize here.
Yes.
We're going to go with money. Miami. Friendship. Ass. Horses. And falafel. Those are the words?
Yes.
Yeah.
Should we try this?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to pull a beat up here real quick so we can make this happen.
All
All right. Let's see what we got.
Okay. Just pull a random beat.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Oh, let me get this coming out of my speaker though. Hold on.
You know, you keep it down there. That sounds like about 90 BPMs. You're down in there.
Yeah.
Something so you can find it.
Something comfortable. Yeah. You already know.
Once you're up at 99, 100, you start.
Yes.
You have to double time it at that point.
Exactly. We're not going into Big Daddy Kane territory yet.
Harry Mack, what you got?
Yeah. Living in LA where every day is sunny. When I'm spitting, I be stacking up the money. Y'all know we got the paper, we keep it in the stash. I'm getting the money, getting the green, getting the cash. Yeah, I said we never sell our soul, I truly meant that.
Yeah.
We about to get the money, reinvest, and then we spend that. We building up the finance. If they step to me, they don't even stand a slight chance. Check the way that I maneuver, though. We got a lot of my freestyle sound hotter. Trying to get more money so I can cop the fly Pradas. Hey, check, y'all know we get into the new loot. I'm trying to look something like Will Smith in the blue suit. We really about to take it there, making people feel this. When they become a deliverance right off of the mental, they know I'm the realest. Hey, yo, I grip the mic, deliver all these damn frees. Matter of fact, they feel me from LA out to Miami. Anywhere we at, man, my flow's in reach. I said I'm about to take these lyrics out to Miami Beach. I said anywhere we at, y'all know that we deliver. Welcome to Miami, yo, that jam sounds sicker. H-Mac, I'm about to break it down, I'm giving them props. 50 years of hip hop, we make them listen, it's hot. I be doing what I'm feeling, and y'all know they can't end this. Ride or die, me and this beat, we form a friendship. Y'all know we stay connected like best friends. They about to feel these lyrics from the east to the west end. Anywhere we at, we connected like family. Cause when I be spitting right up at the mental, I'm bringing y'all that insanity. I got these rappers panicky, they knowin' the deal. I'm never faking when creating, I'll be flowing for real. I said, we getting cash and I be on the task. I got people straight up dancing, got you shaking your ass. Next level, I'ma kill the game truly. When I spit, man, I got them all shaking they booty. I turn into a movie, I do me. Y'all know they want me to spit strong freeze and have the people shaking they donkey. I be going beyond. My freestyle's gorgeous, so fresh with it, the cameras gotta record this. Hey yo, I'm riding up on them horses. Wait, then again, ride or die, we pulling up in Porsches. When I spit, they know the rhymes I'm repping. I might pull up in the horse, that's a 911. Mac, I make it known. I turn rappers to more cowards, pulling up in the 911, plenty horsepower. Y'all know that my freestyles are colossal. By comparison, my competition all be sounding awful. Just to come through with these hot flows, it should probably be unlawful. And I'm eating up these beats kinda like they a falafel. I know we coming off at the top. When it come to freestyles, man, the Mac don't stop. I'm really out here doing this. They know the flow is too legit. When rhyming sitting in alignment, I'm shining just like your crucifix. Yeah, more territory I'm exploring. Live connected with Will Smith and Martin Lawrence. Y'all know I kill it proudly. They know all about me, man. I'm here to save the day like Marcus and Mike Lowry. Check the way we do it, dog. I rock the style, the hottest child. I'm like albino crocodile. How I'm snapping on my haters. When I'm rapping, it be major. I'm more royal, sir. Wait, hold up. I hope that's not a spoiler. I'ma keep it in motion. I'm killing it truly. I bubble like jacuzzi. I was blessed to see that movie. Bad Boys 4 is coming. Y'all know we get live. Hey, by the way, can I get a cameo in Bad Boys 5? Let's go.
Hey, Gudgies. How's it going? Good to see you. Dude can certainly spit. Absolutely, Thomas. Yeah, I decided not to do fight night tonight because on Sunday I was meant to do movie night, but because I was still tired from, fishing and Friday, walking all that time and working on Saturday, I didn't do it. So I'm doing the trilogy tonight of Unbreakable, Split, and Glass. So we're just going to do a quick topic over here on the LGBTQ ideology getting imposed on kids in school. And then we'll go over and watch those 3 movies. Unbreakable obviously came in the early 2000s. And then Split came 12 years later. And then Glass came like a few years after that. And nobody knew at the time there were films to do with each other. I didn't know until they all came together. So this is actually a trilogy, Unbreakable. And when I first seen Unbreakable, I didn't even know it came from the comic books. But, it's Bruce Willis. And then he's not in the second one. But he's in the third one. But Samuel L. Jackson's in the first and second also. You'll see, guys. You'll see. But anyway, in the meantime, I have put the link in if anybody wants to come in. All good. Everything's set. Jim Ennis, he hasn't got any more new ones, but let's look at an older one for new while people come in, if people are going to come in. Let's do that. Jimmy Ennis by Jimmy Ennis. Jimmy Ennis by Jimmy Ennis. Right. Videos. We did this one earlier. So let's go. Popular. And zap it down a bit and see what we land on. All 3 are good films anyway. Even individually they're good films, but I didn't know they were meant to be part of each other until the very end movie. I was like, no way. It really surprised me. Right, what we got. Let's get about a 4-minute one. There we go. Let's do this. X in Funk. Slam dunk the funk. You're off to work soon. No problem, Roger. No problem. Always a pleasure seeing you, sir. That D-man in the house.
What's going on, brother?
How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man.
Doing good. You changed channel names. I was wondering why I wasn't getting any. I was asking Roger.
I've actually changed it a few times. But I've stuck on that one. I've stuck on this one. Good to see you.
The other one, I was like, why ain't I getting any? Roger said, "Oh, PJ's on it." I'm like, I look at the list. I'm like, why ain't I getting anything? I don't get it.
Sorry about that, man. Sorry about
That's
that.
okay.
Yeah. How you doing though? You good?
Yeah, I'm doing all right. I got
Cool,
today
cool.
off. I got a few days off,
Oh.
so I'm just chilling out.
Excellent. Excellent. We ain't going to be in YouTube too long, but yeah, I've got a 20-minute video on it's this Irish dude, black Irish dude. And he's obviously talking about his woman's probably obviously some woke woman, you know what they're like, whining that they got fired for imposing their ideology on kids, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that should be interesting. But we've got one of Jim's observations for now. Until then,
Black Irish
Good
dude.
see
I think of Phil Lynott. Phil
Sorry,
Lynott
say that
from-
again.
I said a black Irish dude. I think of Phil Lynott every time.
Oh no,
Phil Lynott from-
the name of his channel is called. What is the name of
Phil
channel?
Lynott from Thin Lizzy, the band Thin Lizzy from the
Oh
60s.
right, I see who you're. Right, okay. I get you. Phil.
Whiskey in a
Right,
jar.
okay. Right. This guy's channel's called. What is it called? It's a strange name. Yinka, as in Yinka. It's called Yinka, that guy. And I've watched a few of his stuff, and it's good though because like when there's certain like lefty black groups will call racist for anything.
Yeah.
Well, he's a black guy, and he would call that out. He would call stuff like that out. So it's good. It's good to be objective like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it shouldn't
Especially
be
when
about-
everybody else is doing the race card when it's not just because it's the same as like sometimes like anti-Semitism. Like I'm against anti-Semitism, but I also recognize that it gets called too often. If you just criticize somebody who's Jewish just for doing something that's criticized worthy, it's automatically you're anti-Semitic. It's the same as transphobic or homophobic. All these kind of things. They get called too easily.
Should be based on what you do, type of person you are.
Of course, bro. Of course.
But if you hang around with scumbags, and they're probably going to be doomed to scumbag. That's
That's
kind
right.
of how it is.
Right. You fly
It's
with the crows.
association too.
Exactly. You fly with the crows, you get shot with the crows. Absolutely. So after the topic, we're just going over Rumble and watching 3 movies. It's usually on a Tuesday, it's usually fight night. But because I didn't go on Sunday night, I thought I'd just do a triple, like the trilogy. So I've got Unbreakable, Split, and Glass.
Single words.
Single words. Unbreakable, Split, and Glass. The first one's got what's his name again? Bruce Willis, and the last one's Bruce Willis. But when it first came out, Unbreakable, and then Split came out about 12 years later, and then Glass a few years later after that, I had no idea that these 3 films were part of the same universe sort of thing. You know what I mean? They actually are sequels to each other. And I had no idea until the very end movie. I don't think anybody did, to be honest.
I watched.
that's interesting.
I don't watch a lot of movies, but I have a DVD I got for nothing. Well, like $2 or something from like one of the 5 and dime stores.
Yeah, I remember when all I did do was watch movies. That's all I could do.
That, I don't mean to jump off topic, but the Fury Road. Mad Max.
Yeah,
Man, that movie is awesome.
Brilliant
It's such
film.
a good movie.
Brilliant film. We're gonna have to do them sometimes. Actually, sometime the old Mad Maxes with Mel Gibson. I don't do the old ones and then do the new ones. I suppose.
Yeah, the first one, the second one, and then the first.
Then you've got the one with Tina Turner Beyond the Thunderdome.
Yeah, that's kind of a skippable one. It's kind of
Yeah, of
crappy.
course. The first two's the best.
Fury Road is amazing. It's an amazing one. It's one
Oh,
of
you
the
mean the
best
one with
ones.
Tom Hardy? The one with Tom
Yeah, the
Hardy.
one when they're with the guitar. Yeah, it's
Brilliant.
unbelievably good.
Brilliant.
Highly recommended.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
you've got the newer one, Furiosa, which is pretty good. That's pretty good too.
I watched it thinking, "Oh, this is probably going to be crap," and I was like, "Damn, this movie's awesome."
It was good, wasn't it? It was actually quite good. Yeah, man. Yeah. Nuts. Right. Let's do this and we'll get on with the topic. Oh, change it. Cambodia. Big stars are amazing. Right. Iman is in the house. Wandering stars are devils. They certainly are, man. They certainly are, especially when you call them planets. Yeah, man, they are. They are. I mean, scripture pretty much alludes to that. Way, Jimmy boy. Right. Okay. Put the link in for MD watching chat replay. And I suppose we'll do this topic. And see what Yinka, that guy, has got to say. There we go. Yeah, man. Absolutely, Thomas. Right, so here we go. Yeah, Yinka, that guy. 295,000 subs. He's straight down to earth. He's, you know what I mean? He's down to earth, just the way he talks. It might be a little hard to understand him for some people. I don't know, but it's not a strong Irish accent, but he's certainly got an accent. All right, let's do it. Boys have a penis and girls have a vagina.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
Think that a woman can have a penis?
Yes.
Really? How can a woman have a penis? If she has a penis, she's either a hermaphrodite or a man. You know, it's either there's not much choices there. You know, you don't get to choose what you're born as. You know, it's simple. Hey, but Brian, good to see you, brother. Hey, I didn't know until afterwards that you sent me a PayPal the other week, bro. Thanks very much for that, brother. Thank you very much. I didn't know until afterwards. It was like 4 or 5 days after you sent it that I realized it was there, bro. Bless you, man. Nice one, dude. But yeah, no sign. What's this? No sign big enough. What's it say here? No sign big enough to list all the reasons I'm here. well, yeah, it just sounds like a load of garbage. Just a reason to complain. Just any reason to complain about, you know, what you are or what you make yourself out to be.
I do,
Why?
because that's the way they were born.
That's the way they were born, really. Like I'm sure that when every person I've known in my family and other ways that have ever been born, they've either been born male or female. None of them have been born like, I don't know. None of them have ever been born and got to choose their own gender. Never. These people say that, oh, a doctor just assigned me my gender when I was born. No, you were assigned your gender when you were conceived. Simple as that. Simple as that. Nothing to do with a doctor. He just told you. He just revealed your gender. That's it. That's it.
A woman with a penis?
Yes.
Awesome. Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Okay.
And I'm a white woman.
Yes, you are, Yinka. You're a white woman.
It's Israel.
He looks like a white woman, doesn't he?
Asking people if they would ever live there.
Oh, I wouldn't.
No?
No.
Any specific reasons?
I believe in a free
God
Palestine.
bless you,
Okay,
man.
and
Bless
would you ever live in a Muslim country?
Yeah, I would.
Under Sharia law?
Sure.
Really? You would live in a Muslim country under Sharia law? And you being what lesbian or something, bisexual, whatever, or agreeing with this stuff? Because they wouldn't accept you. You might be all supportive of them, but if you were over there, they wouldn't accept you and they wouldn't support you. In fact, they'd probably kill you.
Absolutely.
You like Sharia law?
Are you familiar with what Sharia law is?
Yes.
Can you give me an example of?
Once a woman starts her period, she is allowed to be married off, whatever age that might be.
Okay, I'm glad you believe that. I think I'll end the conversation here, but.
Okay.
Oh, you're going to end the conversation now because she knew what she was talking about.
Yeah. Sorry, I had to walk away for a minute. My neighbor was knocking on the door. He wanted to know if he could double park his car on the front of the property. And I was like, yeah, go ahead. He said they got the guy coming to do his driveway. They're gonna grind it up.
Yeah.
He's like, you don't mind if I park my car out in front of you? I was like, no, go right ahead. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem. But yeah. Well, so yeah, no, I think I'll end the conversation that. Well, why is that? Because you know what you're talking about. You know what I mean? It's the same all the time, isn't it? Run away from the brain.
His face says it all.
Yeah, absolutely. He makes these faces all the time, and you know, I get exactly how he's feeling when he does them.
Yep, that's how they think.
You agree with the following statement: women are just as physically strong as men.
Yeah, I agree.
Why is that?
There's fire women. There's people in the army.
So delusional, there is every now and again, like a once in a blue moon, where they'll get a rush of adrenaline, like the woman who lifted the car off her baby. You know, that'll happen. You know, every now and again because of a rush of some adrenaline. You know, or God intervening. You know, but in general, men are always going to be stronger than women. In general, there are exceptions, 100%.
It's physicality. It's a physiological thing.
Right, mass shifts mass, doesn't it? You know what I mean?
They just have bigger bone structure. We have bigger muscles. We're built differently. We're built for more physicality.
Absolutely.
I mean, sure, you could take these chicks and load them up with steroids and make them just as big as a dude. So I mean, that can happen.
They do that. I mean, you get these bodybuilder chicks, and they're strong. They're arm wrestlers, chemically enhanced female athletes as well. You put them up against just a normal man who hasn't trained.
Yeah,
the man still beats him at an arm wrestle. The man still beats him at a race. Yeah. And these are trained women. You know what I mean? With enhancements.
Yeah, they took a professional female tennis player, put her against a guy who was on almost alcoholic.
200.
Put him against. Well, in the 60s, Billie Jean King did it with some crappy comedian guy who was an alcoholic.
Right.
Said that he could beat her. He didn't, obviously. So They tried to redo it again with what's her name? Venus flytrap. There, I forget her name. Venus.
Yeah,
I
I know.
forget. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
She got her ass handed to her from somebody who was like ranked like.
Vanessa Williams.
Vanessa. No, it wasn't Vanessa.
What, you mean the tennis player?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Selena King.
I forget her name, but
No,
she's a big friggin' Amazon woman.
Yeah, they say the Selena King or Vanessa Williams. Why am I saying
giant.
Yeah.
And some guy beat her who was like 35th.
yeah, that's right.
Just whooped her. So I mean, it's not a sex thing. It's a physical thing.
Of course. Yeah. That's all it is, and it's nothing to be afraid of. You know, you like women are good at what they're good at. We've all
Venus Williams. Thank you, Derek.
Vanessa Williams. Is that the
Venus?
name?
Venus Williams.
Venus Williams. Oh, I thought it was Vanessa.
Vanessa Williams. You mean the singer?
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh, what an update. I'm getting people mixed up. Venus Williams. Okay.
It's a physical thing. That's all it is. It's just how we're designed.
That's it.
We're designed. Men are designed to do this, and women are designed to do this. Women have.
We're designed by God to complement each other.
Yes.
Simple as that. Simple as that.
Put the two together, very strong.
Right.
Separate them, not strong.
Right. You sound. That's great. I like it. Finally, it. It's almost like a.
In general, are men
together strong? Ape divided, not strong.
Physically stronger than women?
It just depends.
How could it depend?
Have you seen like the news in weightlifting? There's literally women who are so strong.
The strongest person who exists is a man or a woman.
Let me just say the standard bullshit. Men.
What do you mean the standard bullshit? Or are you backing down?
It's not the standard bullshit. It's just facts. Simple fact. Like Damon says, it's physiological. I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. It's just how we're designed. Simple as that. And it shouldn't be something they should be afraid of. I mean? It's something they should be proud of. You know what I mean? That God made us this way to complement each other.
From your position? Are you conceding on your position? Or?
No, I'm just saying men so you can move on.
Well, I'm here to engage you in a conversation. If you genuinely believe that women are just as physically strong as men, I'm happy to have the convo. Yes. Can you answer this? The strongest person on earth, is it a man or a woman?
I don't know.
How about running? Are men
come on. What do you mean you don't know? You know fine well that it's not going to be a woman that's the strongest. You might not know who it is, but you certainly know that it's a male person that's going to be the strongest in the world. You 100% know that. See how awkward they have to be.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's a lot of. See, the problem with professional sports is a lot of these people ped. They use peds. They use them on and off so that they don't get caught. So they're out of their system. Then they're in the off season. They bulk back up. They get real big, and then before they have to get tested, they get smaller. But take two normal, everyday people who are same area, similar diets. What do you call it? No peds, no. Normal people, and then give them shit to lift, give them stuff to push, give them things to do. And you'll quickly see the difference between the two. You'll quickly see it. As soon as pads get involved, that's completely different. You're female and you're taking tons of testosterone. Yeah, you could lift a shit ton. Yeah, you could push a lot, but that's not naturally happening in nature. It's not
No, of course not. Of course not. Performance enhancing drugs. No, I mean, even though, like you say, getting both fair, nobody taking anything, both natural, put them against each other. Every time the man's got to win. But also, even when I've seen it, they've proved it. There's been women on performance enhancing drugs, and then you just get the average Joe, and the average Joe will beat them. It's strength wise, also.
Tendon strength is different, also because of the bone structure. Naturally, there is some examples. Big women, 6'2", volleyball players. I've met a few, and they're huge. They're man-sized women. They're big, but that's just they're naturally big. It's not like they're they're taking some kind of crap. They're just big and tall and large, but they're women. You look at them and you're like, okay, yeah, it's just a scaled up woman.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, even though they take growth hormone, testosterone, steroids, things like that, what's the other one? There's the amino acid things. The
yeah, I know what you're talking about.
What you call
Growth
them?
hormones.
Yeah, that said that HGH, growth hormones.
Yeah, testosterone replacement, TRT.
Yeah, SARMs and stuff. The ones that links the amino acids together. What are they called?
Yeah, it's the stuff you take. It makes you puffy. My friend used to.
Yeah, it helps healing. It helps healing quickly and stuff.
I know what you're talking about. I'll remember it.
Oh, woman. Yeah, it'll come to me at some point. Yeah. But yeah, even with all that, like you say, it's and those stuff. They might look good. Well, some people think they look good. I know, but they're not healthy. Not even men bodybuilders are healthy when they're taking all that stuff.
If you have to eat 10,000 freaking calories a day, you're not healthy. You're just stressing your heart out. That's what happened to my friend.
Definitely.
He was a big time weightlifter guy. He took all that PEDs and all the steroids. He didn't take it all the time, but he took it in cycles. And he ended up, he was so like a gym rat, big time into all that stuff, like looking, I got to look the best I can. It got him pretty far because he looked good naturally, but he ended up getting heart disease because eating 9,000 calories a day for 10 years is not good for you. At some point, your heart is not going to be able to support what you're trying to get all these muscles to do. Remember, you're working the heart more and more and more to keep blood flowing and flowing more vascular, bigger veins, bigger shit. He had a heart attack. That's what happened.
That's right. And like you say, these HGs, the growth hormones make their organs go bigger. That's why they have that palumbo disease. Where their bellies
the bubble gut.
The bubble gut, because yes, they've got big muscle, but they've also got larger in our organs that are now pushing against the butt, pushing against the stomach.
Your organs grow bigger than what your bone structure can actually support.
Right.
That's what happens.
Right, exactly.
Because your heart is a muscle. Your skin is the biggest organ in your body.
Yeah, epidermis, yeah.
They start getting pimples and breaking out in rashes and getting all kinds of strange shit happening because your body can't support that kind of muscle growth. It just
that's right.
Yeah,
that's right. Peptides is the word I was looking for.
Peptides, yeah.
Yeah, and like you say, yes, your muscle can get bigger and bigger and bigger with these growth hormone, but your tendon can't. Your tendon doesn't grow any bigger.
No, you end up tearing packs and having all kinds of problems. Problems with your elbows and
exactly. Once you built that muscle to a certain extent where the tendon is like you just got to pop that tendon off the bone, you'll keep getting injured. It's not good. Your tendon's not going to grow. It doesn't grow.
Yeah, and you can't. They can only fix those tendons a couple times, and that's it. Because my friend got the tendon surgery in your leg. What's the one that runs down to your ankle?
Achilles.
Achilles tendon. He was never right after that. And he told me, he said, man, my leg is like crazy limited now. I said, well, because they can only stretch that thing so far before you pop it again. And then,
of course. And that's it. Like a ruptured tendon's a big thing. It takes a lot of physio and a lot of time to heal from that.
Yeah, ligaments are the same way. Your knees, ACL, MCL. You don't want to go through that. I've been there. ACL.
And then the older you get, the harder it is to heal.
Yep.
Faster than women?
Yeah.
I don't understand if you're just being passive aggressive. You seem to want to answer one way, so I'm a bit confused. I don't know why you're in your feelings about this.
Honestly, what do you lose by saying on average men are stronger than women? Honestly, what do you lose by...
Right. I mean, you should actually be proud of it, I'd be proud if I had a woman that did what a woman does well. You know what I mean?
Show the thing that that is your strength.
Right.
Your strength should be the thing that you should be saying, well, okay, yeah, well, I'm physically strong, but maybe I'm mentally stronger, or maybe I could do this different, or I could do that. I have more patience, or I could do this and that. It's like, what is this pride thing? It's like,
I know.
what's the big deal with just saying, yeah, okay, metaphysically strong, or whoopie do? You know,
Yeah.
I can do this, I can do that, I can do this. Highlight your strengths. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, your talents and stuff like that, which God gave you, natural talents, gifts of some sort. Just find out what they are, you know what I mean? And complement each other and stay, you know what I mean? Don't be afraid of it. I think a lot of it's to do with difference in pay when it comes to work. I think a lot of it started with that. You know, well, not started, but it's a part of it, you know, difference in pay. But I know, listen, there's plenty of women getting more money than me, that's for sure.
Yeah. And there's plenty of chicks that are stronger than me. You know, I've run into a few. And they weren't on no peds either. You'd be surprised.
That's it. But in a general sense, yes, men are stronger without a doubt. Yeah, it's certainly pride.
Listen, God, you know me, PJ. You know I'm not much of a churchgoer.
Yeah.
But the man upstairs made it so that way. They made the muscle structure that way. They made the tendon strength that way. They made the highs and the lows that way to exactly like you said, complement each other. That's what made to be together.
Right.
Not supposed to be any other way.
Right. And he didn't make a mistake because he says, you're fearfully and wonderfully made. He took 9 months knitting you in your mother's womb. So that says to me, he took a lot of interest in you. So he doesn't make mistakes, you know?
Yeah. You made it to the show, as I say. You made it to the show. It wasn't just some accident. You're here for a reason. You're here for a purpose. Whatever screwy thing you think that this world sucks or whatever it is, you're here for a reason. Some people just don't have that direction to figure out what their purpose is.
That's true.
What that reason is. And I think a lot of people derail themselves with it too, because they're immediately, I failed at this, I suck at this, and I suck at that. Well, stop being so negative. Find something that you don't suck at. Relish in it.
Look, we all suck at a lot of stuff, but we're also good at a lot of stuff also. You know, you just got to find that. Yep. Absolutely, man.
Just telling the truth. It's a matter of fact. You're not going to lose anything. The truth will still be the truth, whether you disagree with it or not. This really just makes you look like an idiot, which you more than likely are.
The thing. A lot of people think if they disagree enough that they can change what the actual truth is. It doesn't work like that. The truth is the truth. No matter, like he said, no matter what you do, the truth is the truth, whether you believe it or not, or whether you profess it or not.
Yeah. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Right.
If you're the type of person that's honest with yourself and honest with others, and somebody confronts you, say, hey, I was wrong about that. I'm sorry I was wrong. I said the wrong thing. It wasn't right. I apologize for that. I shouldn't have said that. I was an ass for it. That's the way. But there's some people that they'll lie to benefit themselves. They don't care who they step on. They don't care who they step over. They don't care what it hurts. They look at it like it's in the rearview mirror.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. Some people ain't got that kind of moral compass. You know, a bit like TFE. They don't care. Well, he don't care.
I mean, he made money from it.
And he's still trying to, isn't he? He's got 50 grand blooming GoFundMe to try and sort this documentary into a 4-parter.
Yeah.
4-parter. Why?
Cat's out of the bag. I mean, you go down there and do that bullshit. It's not going to change anything. What, you're going to see the same thing you saw? Everybody's already predicting that.
Right.
They're just pissed off because nobody believes it because they got caught using CGI and augmented reality and all this other shit. That's
from day one. From day one, they were caught, man. When they actually went, from day one, they were caught. But from when we first ever heard about this, when it came onto the YouTube side of things, they were sussed out from day one. You know?
Yeah. I mean, everybody knew. I mean, it's just one of those things where you can look. Sometimes, you know, you ever run across somebody. I don't mean to go off it, but just it's similar to that. You ever run across somebody? Sometimes you just look at them and you know that they're shady bastards.
Yes.
You get that feeling, and you're like, nah, something ain't right.
Right. That was him through and through. That was Will Duffy.
There you go. There you go.
100%.
Driving 38 miles per hour, how far will you get in 60 minutes?
What? Wait, 38 miles per hour in 60 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna throw a number. 6.
6 miles?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Oh my god. 38. I'm bad at math. 38 times 60, 38 times 6. I don't know.
How far I get in 60 minutes? I'm not sure. In like an hour, like I'm
Oh
going
my
38 miles
goodness.
per hour in it.
How far will you get in 60 minutes?
I'm like 30 miles, 40.
Oh my goodness, he
38
gave you the answer.
miles.
Once again,
They're in college.
they can vote. Before we get back into the
Yes, he gave him the answer in the question.
They're going to a college. They're at a college.
Yes, they're in the
Okay?
college.
This is stuff that I knew when I was 8.
He gave him the bloody answer.
He gave it to him.
Oh my goodness. So
That's
bad.
this is the thing that I'm talking about with like this cognitive disconnect. Just I don't know, man.
That just shows that they just get given the answers when they're in class now. They're not told to work anything out. Everything's written in the board for them or put in the textbooks. You know, they don't have to work anything out. They're just given the answers. Oh, and revise that. You're not revising. You just memorize it. You know,
They dropped this. They lowered the standards to the point where if you gave that test to somebody who was born 100 years ago and asked them similar questions, they would ace every person in those class would have an A.
right. 100%.
Take that test from 100 years ago and give it to somebody today. Every single person would fail. Every single one.
Right.
Because there's that cognitive disconnect. People don't pay attention. Their
No.
attention span. You know what? I think a lot of this stuff is the shorts and TikTok and all this stuff has narrowed people's attention span. And
Oh, definitely. Especially when you're just flicking through like a 15-second
doom
video.
scrolling.
I was go. Oh, dude, it's madness.
Yeah.
I did it once on TikTok. I don't go on TikTok, and I don't even like TikTok. But I remember doing it once in TikTok. I looked up to do something. I don't know. I was meant to go out in half an hour to the shops or something. I looked up to do something, and it was 3 hours later. I'm like, what the heck? And all I was doing was watching 6 to 15-second videos. You know what I
You
mean?
doom scroll. You doom scroll. That's it. You're just like one after the other, after the other, after the other. You don't watch. People don't watch or look into things in any extended period of time.
No,
So nobody knows a friggin' thing about what they just saw. They only saw a clip of something, and they get the dopamine hit. Like, oh wow, look, a cat.
Isn't it mad that a video like that just gives you a dopamine hit? Isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
And they know this, and that's why they've done it. That's why they've done it. You know.
Well, plus if it's on a subject that they don't really want you to pay attention to, that's the other thing. So it can also be used in the other direction because now they've only given you this little tiny chunk and you think that you know everything. You think, oh, well, this is narrowed down, so I don't have to bit through it. But then if you were questioned about it, you look like an idiot. You wouldn't know anything. You just watched a 20-second clip.
Right.
You don't know what happened before it, and you can't figure out what the final outcome was of what the whole point of it is. It's just narrowing people down.
That's right. That's
And
right.
nobody just takes the phone and says, you know what? I'm just going to sit and relax today. I'm just going to sit and ponder and think. Maybe I'll, like nobody does that anymore. I see people doing menial tasks every day. You know,
Yeah, of course.
Like the quality of their performance sucks because they just like, oh, I have to look at it. If I'm not getting this dopamine hit, then, you know, it's like, don't you just think or just take a walk, not have something to sit there and just kind of, how about you just search in your own mind a little bit?
Yeah, rather than searching Google, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, I've got my phone everywhere, but I don't like, you know, like when I look at it, I quickly look at the weather, I look at the time, I might quickly look at YouTube or something, but I'm not sitting there with my face in it all the time. You know, it has to go in my pocket.
Oh, I've seen people riding bicycles down the road with looking at the thing while they're riding bikes, scooters. People that every time the girl stopped, she would take pictures of herself, selfies the entire time. And then every stoplight that this girl, I was behind her, she was late to moving when the light went green. And somebody had to beep at her. Every single light she stopped,
See, that's dangerous. That's
like
dangerous, man.
People are disconnected from. How about just connecting to yourself?
To yourself, from yourself. Absolutely, absolutely, man.
You've
It's
got all
almost
this.
they're going on automatic of some sort, autopilot. You know, it's nuts. They're just not there anymore.
It's just I have to look at this. I have to look at this. I have to look at what's this. I could miss something. Like no, you are missing things. That's what you're missing. Your inner voice.
As
your
opposed
soul.
to right, as opposed to a digital stupid world that only exists in your mind, really, because what you're putting on online is not your real life. You're just putting on all your
it's a facade.
Right.
It's what you want to be. It's what you perceive yourself as. Or you're trying to other people to see you as this, I get it. I get it with people saying, oh, hey, why don't you add me on Facebook? I'm like, I don't do Facebook.
Right.
He's like, oh, well, you got a phone. I'm like, no, I don't have a phone. Like, really? Yeah, really.
Fair play. Fair play.
I wouldn't be this person if I had all that stuff 20 years ago. I wouldn't be here.
Right. Hey, Derek, how you doing, man?
Hey guys.
What's up, Derek?
Not much. Just listening, really. Like I have a Facebook, but like my friend list is very small. Like,
you don't have a million friends? Come on.
And people get so offended. You didn't accept my Facebook request.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
I have Facebook, but I just don't do anything on it. I use Messenger and that's it. Now and again, I'll put a status up if something major's happened, but in general, I just don't use it. You know what I mean? It's just that.
YouTube, the only thing I really do on YouTube is, like I said, besides coming on, I'm on the PC now because I'm home. But, if I'm screwing around, I'll listen to an old ball game, or watch an old boxing match. I'll listen to music. That's all I do. Or I do some research stuff on like FE shit or, space stuff or, whatever.
Too right.
But I'm not dialing into that thing 24/7. I'm not operating heavy machinery while I'm looking at,
Yeah, that's the problem. That's when it becomes, and it becomes like your focus. So it then becomes like it's an icon to you. It's an idol. At the end of the day, it becomes an idol.
I mean, there's other countries. I know Japan, especially. I covered this on SAWS.
Yeah.
Japan has a huge problem with people on phones. So there's addiction to it. Literal addiction groups.
Guaranteed.
Of people that can't get off of it. Like
Guaranteed.
24 hours a day.
If you can be addicted to gambling where there's no physical withdrawals, then you could be addicted to going on your phone.
How's this? You want to see a great example? You got a young person or a daughter or somebody knows somebody like this that sticks the phone in front of a kid. They watch those goofy high color kids things, Baby Shark and all this other crap.
Yeah.
Take the phone away from the kid and watch what happens.
Right.
They freak out.
Yeah, that's it. And that's the thing. And the tablets have been left to become a babysitter to kids nowadays. There's no way to do it, man. And the thing is, with the amount of stuff it gets onto YouTube Kids that are actual from predators that get through the system, the algorithm, it happens. Look at this Elsagate that was going on for a while. This
Roblox.
Yeah, and all
Minecraft.
Roblox. Yeah, absolutely. It's nuts, man. It's nuts.
Take away from those kids and watch them freak out. It's like you're damaging those kids. You're limiting them down by sticking them in front of that thing because they're not having natural interaction. That's why.
Definitely. Go on, Derek, you were saying something.
Oh yeah, well, it reminded me of what China experienced in the not distant past, where they tried to limit people to like 3 hours of gaming time a day.
Right.
Oh, people freaked out. Probably freaked out.
Oh yeah, no, like all the kids found another way around it by buying adults gaming time.
Yeah.
So it didn't take the problem away; it just made it more expensive.
Yeah. They tried doing that with the social media stuff in Australia, and they tried to limit, and kids just found other ways to get around it. It's like you're not going to stop this. There's no parental interaction with this. Also, they've taken the parents away from the whole deal because now both parents have to work. When I was a kid, my mom was home, so I had my mom around me. You know, my dad was the breadwinner. He went and worked and came home, and mom cooked dinner and took care of us. So mom was around. But now most of these kids come home and it's an empty house. I kind of had that too, Gen X.
Mm.
You know, I had that a bit too. Then later on in my teens, my mom wasn't home all the time. She didn't have to be because she thought, okay, he's all right. He's old enough. And then it was, hey, now I'm on my own. I got to start pulling my own weight, learning on my own, figuring things out on my own, you know, and that's natural, but in a way, kind of not natural because go the generation before that, and mom was always home. Moms didn't work. They were home. So,
that's it. I mean, even when I was younger, I mean, I'm 50 this year, but my dad was obviously the main breadwinner, but every now and again, my mum would be working as well. So like when I came home from school, there'd only be like an hour. We were on our own sometimes, or I'd go to my grand's for food or whatever until then. But once my mum left my dad, and then my dad had to leave work to look after us, then he started going with someone else and was drinking a lot. I was left home a lot on my own, looking after my brother and my dad's girlfriend's 2 kids as well at 14. So I know that one as well. And it makes you grow up a bit quicker as well.
Oh yeah. You see things in a different light when you're in that scenario. You're like, okay, this is life.
That's it. That's it, man. You're just kind of dumped in it, and you just it does, and it's quick. It's mad how quickly you'll adapt too. It's mad how quickly you'll adapt.
Yeah.
Crazy. Right. So we'll get on with a bit more of this.
Well, I just wanted to say real quick with that China story, where it's like I do take away a little silver lining from it because it's funny to see, you know, the Chinese government try to overreach and just see them fail.
Right.
You know that they're not the people that like to fail.
Well, right.
Yeah.
No, certainly not.
So I mean, as bad as it can be and everything, you know, there's always a little some takeaway here and there.
You fail. Failure not accepted.
Right.
I knew some kids in school that had a kid across the street from me was Cambodian, and I think his father. I'm not going to get in a whole big tirade, but I went to school with this kid, and I almost never saw him outside. He would go to school and then go home and just study. That's it. His parents would just study. He played instruments and stuff, and he failed at something. It was like the worst thing ever. Because of his parents. They were off his ass about it.
You have disappointed your family and your ancestors.
Yes, exactly. Your ancestors.
Yeah.
You know, me, it was I failed. Okay, whoopee-do. I'll just try. We'll screw around with it tomorrow. You know, it was like, no, that wasn't accepted in his family.
To some people, isn't it? To me, it wasn't a big deal, you know. If I failed like it, I don't think I didn't get to take my exams anyway because I was expelled, and then I had to have my legal guardian there with me if I was going to take them. But even if I taken them and I'd failed, it wouldn't have been a big deal to me. Nor my family, I don't think. To be honest, they would have failed. I would have passed.
How could have you failed us all, PJ? You could have been the world's greatest trombone player.
Yeah, my dad just thought I was going to be an athlete, you know. So which I should have been, but I started smoking and doing all that. So you know, it just sometimes it doesn't turn out the way you want. Life's life. You know, life's life, and you can't take back or you can't relive what we've already done.
You disgraced our family by not becoming a World Series wiffle ball player.
I should have been chasing down the same ball. Mind you, no, my generation probably more Daley Thompson.
You are not a ping pong champion.
Nice. All right, let's get some more stuff.
Video. Make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, hit the notification bell so that you guys get notified when one of my videos come out, and let us get back into the video.
You're gay. So today I got pulled into a check-in meeting with my administrator at school, and she had this lovely list of concerns that she wanted to bring to my attention, but my favorite amongst them is we've noticed an intentional attempt at teaching your students about their legal and constitutional rights. That's the concern.
Yes. What were you teaching You were teaching them your ideology. Don't just put it down to what the actual technical term is. What was the context of it? What were you teaching them? Teaching them your ideology that shouldn't be pushed and imposed upon children anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing to teach somebody about your constitutional rights in this country. It should be in every school everywhere in this country. It isn't anymore. But your kink is not a right.
Right.
We have decency laws. There's certain things you can't speak to children about. There's certain things you can't do. And obviously she's doing all of those things and then saying, oh, well, it's your constitutional right. No, it's not.
No, exactly. It's completely different. You've got to look at it. It's just an obfuscation tactic, because they know what they're doing. They shouldn't be doing.
Yeah, so they're using that as the mask to say you can't do that because it's my free speech. No, you're you're teaching children. That's different.
Yeah,
and we have a curricula that you've agreed to teach.
Right.
If you don't like it, get out of teaching.
It's pure gaslighting, man.
Well, it's the same that goes for students that don't want to learn, good curriculum. Like if they don't want to learn, well, then you can go to the detention office or you'll be suspended. You won't learn with the others.
Well, back in the day, they would put you in what they call, like a special ed class.
Yeah.
They put you in the troublemaker class with all the other troublemakers that try to get something into your skull. Or if you were a little slow, they'd put you in. We used to call them the window licker class. But it wasn't an insult. It was just like, oh, you're going to the slow class, huh? We used to, I was in a few, but mathematics. I hate mathematics. So, but I mean, it was to get something inside of you so that you didn't disrupt the people that didn't have a problem with it. Picking up what they were trying to kick out, but they shouldn't. Sex ed shouldn't be in schools at all. I think they should have been sex ed. 50 years
agreed.
ago. The parents are the ones that should be teaching you that.
Because that started for me in
100%.
Elementary school. Like it was so uncomfortable. It has no business being at that age group anyway.
Yeah, I mean, teaching you the basic biology of how your body's work, and that's fine.
If something's so personal, why should someone else that's not related to you whatsoever be teaching your children that? It shouldn't be. It should be your parents teaching them.
Yeah, absolutely not.
Definitely.
Why are you concerned? Why is that a concern? Why is it a concern? Why is it a concern? Why does that concern you? Why is it a concern?
A few moments later.
That's the TikTok that got me barred from my classroom. And you know what really sucks? It has nothing to do with what's in that memo. Nothing. It had nothing to do with my teaching practices, with my relationships with students, with how
teaching practices. It must have been to do, like, it was what you were teaching. You were imposing your own ideology upon children that shouldn't know anything about that stuff yet.
It was entirely about her teaching practices.
Right.
And that's the first thing she says. That's not the problem with.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Here, but it had nothing to do with teaching. It's literally only because I whistle blew on TikTok instead of going through the appropriate channels to file a grievance. And now I don't get to finish the year with my students. And it just feels so fucking wrong. It feels so wrong.
Well,
it just feels... I literally sacrificed so much to teach this year. I gave up my social life. I gave up sleep. I fucking didn't sleep this whole year. I'm not a morning person. And I was waking up at 6 a.m. and going to bed.
When I was younger, if a teacher had taught anything like that about maybe like what the other people do in their private lives, they would have been sacked instantly. There's no way. Nowadays, it's so common. It's so people are so familiar with it. So people are so complacent with it that it gets to the point where they think it's absolutely 100% okay to teach kids like that, no matter where you are. You know what I mean? And it's crazy nuts. Because some teachers would get off with it. Some teachers would. Some schools would be fine with this. You know what I mean? I'm glad.
Yeah, in certain places, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Some places would be like, "Oh, absolutely, teach them about biology," even though you're not a biologist or a biology teacher.
Right. You know, and look, you should be just teaching what you're meant to be teaching. You shouldn't be teaching an ideology. That's for them to decide themselves later on in life.
And it's a liability thing for the school too. That's probably why they dumped her, because they realized, wait a minute, this could roil into lawsuits. This is a moral thing. This could cause moral problems morally.
Ethics, morals, absolutely.
Yeah, ethics investigate. Ethics problems. This teachers. A parent could sue the school system. We can't have that kind of crap. That's probably more what it was. Is that this lady shouldn't be talking this sex shit to these kids.
Right.
And we have to get rid of her because this is going to cost us money. And we're going to have to.
Well, it's like Texas has the reputation of parents being more involved in their children's lives, and so they would crack down.
Oh yeah.
On it. Mm-hmm.
Especially Texas.
I mean, deserves to be fired for it, to be honest. You really shouldn't do this kind of thing. If I was to go in school, I mean, nowadays, even though we're a Christian country, but if I was to go into a school as a teacher and impose my faith, which is the true faith, you know what I mean, on them children, I would be fired for it also. You know, guarantee it.
Well, I mean, you would if it would start costing them money.
Well, yes, yeah.
So she doesn't miss the kids; she misses her paycheck. That's what she's pissed off about.
Absolutely, right. She does not. Yeah, I mean, she might care for the kids a little bit, but I guarantee she misses the paycheck even more.
Yeah, that paycheck is a lot more important.
Well, look, usually people that believe in this ideology are kind of Karen like that, you know. Sorry to put that stereotype on them, but it's. Yeah,
well, did you hear what she said earlier? I've made so many sacrifices.
Yeah, of course.
I'm not a morning person, but I have to get up at 6 a.m. Oh, you mean
normal
that's
time.
called normal, lady.
Man, I work
like she calls like the most basic stuff a sacrifice.
Right. When it's just normal.
How the entitlement is out through the roof. Yeah.
Right. Of course.
I worked 20 years at night. And, my dad got up every day for 60 years at 4:30 in the morning. Even after he was retired, he was still waking up at 4:30 in the morning, even though he didn't have to work.
Right.
It's like, listen, lady, life is a sacrifice. You're going to sacrifice, for you to, welcome to the real world.
Right.
People out there digging ditches at 3 a.m.
Of course. That's it. It's just like people are just so thin-skinned nowadays and victimize themselves all the time.
At 2 a.m. because I was learning geometry and stuff about the.
So you mean you had to do homework? Okay.
Planets and.
Planets? Well, just forget that stuff. Forget about planets. You don't need to know about planets.
Stick to the ground, lady.
Well, and like geometry, though, I mean, like at her age, she's already supposed to know this stuff before teaching it to kids. Like, what is she talking about?
Yeah.
I'm curious on what her actual teaching job was. What was she actually teaching? Why would she be talking about sex shit if she's a geometry teacher?
If it's really small children, then she's just a general teacher, isn't she? It's not. I don't think she's got a particular subject.
Geometry.
Well, it sounds like that she was in a classroom type scenario where the whole class would be with her all day.
Right.
Yeah, like okay, everybody, time to take a nap.
Yeah. Yeah, milk and juice time.
It just feels like the only people who acknowledged how much work I was putting into the kids were them and their parents, and that's it. This was the hardest I've worked in my entire life, with the most responsibilities and the lowest pay I've ever had.
Okay.
Ever. And now I'm not allowed back in my classroom because
of what you taught. There's consequences sometimes. You can't always get away with everything. There's consequences. Simple.
Well, and it's like when you want to do something, it actually makes a job easier. And so it's like she wanted this all along, but now she's just doing the entitlement thing.
Yeah.
I gave so much. Like, well,
right. When there's people like Thomas is working 70-hour weeks. You know what I mean? Driving all the time. Non-stop.
Tell my body, you know.
Right.
Tell my body the 60 hours a week I work for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
You know, tell my knees and my back and my shoulders.
And it's like it's when you don't want to do a job, which makes it harder, you know, and still like there's so much of that, and you don't hear any of them complaining like this woman.
I didn't want to work 60 hours a week.
Right.
I didn't want to get out there in hurricanes and wet and winter and blizzards and do all the shit I did, but I did it because the money was good and I had to do it.
Right.
To keep my head above water, and that's what I had to do, which made it extra hard because now I'm forcing myself to do something for 20 years that I can't stand.
Necessarily like.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man.
If I loved it, I wouldn't give two shits about it.
Right. Yeah. You'd be like, it was worth it or something.
Yeah, you wouldn't care about it, but you know, that's normally what happens when you're making a lot of money. Normally, it's you're doing something that you're like, well, I hate doing this, but I'm making tons of money. you deal with it.
Yeah, absolutely, Tom. If someone's teaching planets to children, feel for their soul. Yeah, I get you. They shouldn't be. But you've got to remember they're indoctrinated too.
See who made a TikTok. And honestly, if I could take it back, knowing that it would mean that I wasn't going to be able to see my students again, obviously I would do that.
Well, if you would take it back, then that means you shouldn't have said it in the first place. If you would take it back, if you thought you'd done nothing wrong, you wouldn't take it back. You wouldn't take it
would
back.
You would stand your ground and say, nope, I did no wrong.
Right.
So she knows she did something she wasn't supposed to.
Of course. But she'll victimize herself anyway.
Well, she just doesn't like to suffer the consequences.
That's right.
Exactly. Even though she knew they were coming.
Right.
Yeah.
To sign an NDA.
She probably figured that, well, I'm a woman. They're not going to do that to me. There are going to be any consequences. I've been doing this all my life, and I do what I want. And everybody knows somebody like that. And then the hammer comes down, and all of a sudden, what am I doing? What are they doing to me?
I all of a sudden don't like how this has ended up.
That seems to be the attitude nowadays. Absolutely.
A settlement agreement. I offered to let them write a script for a TikTok that I would make apologizing.
Hold on. No, you even offered to get them to write a script for your apology to them. How is that an apology then? That's not an apology. If someone has
apology comes from you inside that you've learned something from it. That's why you apologize. You don't say, well, just to appease everybody, I'm just going to apologize. I'll put something in there, please. Don't let me go. That isn't genuine.
Tell me what to say.
You didn't learn anything from it. You're just going to go and do the same shit all over again.
Oh, my goodness. That is what a childlike understanding of how things work. And this person's a teacher. Wow.
Well, she basically is an adult child.
Oh, definitely. For sure.
To let me back with my students, and they said I can never come back to that campus again.
See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're going to find out.
True.
Yes, this person is a teacher.
It's simple maths.
I'm telling you, that's street learning right there.
Sometimes that's the best education.
Yep. I can tell you, man. Tell you some stories.
I love that one. That's great.
She teaches kids and she has this stupid ideology that she's pushing. She also has a TikTok because, of course, they always have to have a TikTok so that they can spread their stupidity to other people. I really don't know how schools are hiring people like this when they're spreading this type of nonsense. And of course, they always have to talk about sexuality because that's the only thing these people can talk about. They'll say they're oppressed, yet they're the ones who spread all this nonsense on social media and they don't get banned for it. Make it make sense.
you guys want to know about a recession indicator,
There we go.
this is a 6-inch Subway sub. How much do you think it was?
$10.
Oh yeah, probably
$8.
Close enough. That's how much it is here, about £6. It's about the same price.
That's $1.33 per inch. You remember $5 footlongs? $8 fucking for 6 inches.
Rainbow colored hair, says stupid things. It makes sense.
Hey everyone, I wanted to reach out because I've gotten a couple messages, people asking me.
What the heck is this? What?
She's a looker.
Well, it looks like, I'm not being funny, it looks like a thumb with eyes and hair and a mask. Oh, goodness.
How I'm doing, checking in on my health and my mental health and well-being. And you know, guys, I'm really good. I'm stellar. I'm actually in Birmingham, Alabama, working, and you know, I'm about to show people just how unbothered I actually am. I take a
She's in a
little.
chair. That's what it is. I was just figured that out.
Yeah, she can't.
What's with the mask though?
Yeah, what is with the mask?
It's like a hockey mask or something. Like what is that?
Or the baseball catcher's mask.
Yeah, exactly like a catcher's mask.
Yeah.
What is?
But
I mean, maybe there's something wrong with her. I don't know. This is weird.
I think by the looks of it, she may be paralyzed because there seems to be no
Yeah.
movement in that shoulder, and she's got a headrest. So
She
yeah,
might be a paraplegic or
yeah.
Strut.
Sorry, Lord, forgive us.
Well, yeah, let's not jump to the conclusions now.
Well, normally when they have that headrest, that normally means you've got some kind of spinal thing.
True, right.
I mean, there has been a load of people. I remember there was this gamer on YouTube who conned money from me for years out of his subscribers on YouTube, watching him play games all the time. And then one day
He got up out of the chair. Yeah, I
jumped
remember
in.
that.
You seen it? Yeah, and he just lost himself.
He thought the stream was over. He thought the stream was off. That's
Well,
why.
he turned his camera off or something. Yeah, absolutely. And he got spied, and he tried to make I've always been able to walk a little bit.
Yeah. He was kind of like, you could tell that he had some kind of like curvature or something weird going on.
Yes, yeah,
when
definitely.
he got up, it was strange. So I mean, I'm sure there was some shit, but he
Oh,
played it
wow.
off like he was crippled. You know. Like,
Yes, completely. Yeah. Madness.
Around downtown Birmingham. Because at the end of the day, the work is about the people. It represents marginalized communities. It represents this oppressive regime. And that's all that I care comes across. People can make fun of me. They can say nasty things to me. My skin is thicker than a brick wall. And,
Well,
you know, I'm all love, man. All love. And thank you all for your support and encouragement. And we're going to keep going.
This person looks like something you would get out of Mad Max. What in the blue hell is this? And just for context,
oh, he thought the same as us.
you
Well,
guys
it's like
don't
she
know.
was wearing some kind of choker around her neck.
I know.
Quite tightly.
And that mask didn't do. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know what's going on with that.
Yeah, no, I would need more of a full view.
I mean,
I'm
look,
sure there's a story there, but we don't know it.
Right.
just because someone's like paraplegic, they can't walk or whatever, it doesn't mean to say you can't make fun of them. We make fun of other people, so why wouldn't you make fun of just? You're meant to be. They're meant to be. They want to be treated equally. Everybody wants to be treated equally. So
I knew a girl that was she was paraplegic. Stephanie, she was one of the nicest people you ever met. I'm telling you.
And I know people with a lot of like disabilities and
Heart
stuff
of
like
gold.
that. And they look, you know, they can take the piss out of their own disability. You know, they're sound with it.
Well, it reminds me of a
She
girl
wasn't
I
wearing a
used to-
hockey mask from the 1970s, though.
And no, but yeah, speaking of people with disabilities, this girl, her name was Sarah, and she had walked with this very obvious limp, you know, and she got made fun of so bad where I never recall really making fun of her myself, but I never intervened either. And for that, I feel bad years later. Because she was actually just a sweetheart.
But we've got all the stories like that where you think back and think, oh, I should have done something there.
Yeah, right. No, it for me, and so often it's like, man, I don't see things until hindsight.
And because you're young and you don't have a lot, you're young and you're thinking different, and that's kind of it. Is that
your filters are different.
Yeah, it takes a while, and then you get into your 20s and 30s, and you look back, you reflect a little bit, and you think, "Oh my God, I should have never did that." All right. I know. I've been down that road.
Yeah,
it's good to go down that road.
Sometimes you'll never get a chance to, like, and say sorry to the people that you'd like to, but sometimes we do. I've managed to,
Facebook, early Facebook. I did. What do you think I did in early Facebook days? What's the natural thing you do when you got on early Facebook? Of course, all the people that you knew in school all contacted you on Facebook or MySpace.
That's right.
And of course, you made, some people like screw off, and some people were, hey, what's up, man? You reflected and you made your peace. You made your peace with people that maybe you screwed off a little and said, hey, I'm real sorry. I didn't.
Of course, absolutely.
I did it.
But unfortunately, there is other ones that will never happen, but we can't help. We can't help.
Or yeah, there's people that also, just straight up don't seem to change either. And
that's true. That's true. That happens.
He's also on a wheelchair, and if you see the way she looks, you'll understand what I mean by she looks like she should be out of Mad Max.
I want to make a video about this because it's happened to me several times throughout.
This is a dude.
Yep.
This is a dude. Yeah, throughout my transition, it's a dude.
But my transition.
You can't tell about my transition.
Yeah, like I wouldn't have been able to tell anyway.
You will never know that I transitioned.
Transition.
Hold on, I got a hock a loogie.
Look, it doesn't matter how thick you lay that paint on your face. You're always going to tell that you're a dude.
Well, it's like, and they're always trans until you make them angry.
Right.
Yeah, and then the man rage comes out.
Yeah.
Like, if a straight man does not fancy a trans woman nowadays, they class you as gay. No. If I fancied the trans woman, I would be gay.
I'd be honest. I knew two. I went to school with this kid Ray. He was a boy. Obviously, we were boys in school, elementary school.
Right.
And then I saw him 10 years later, and he was a chick, like full blown chick, like all the pots gone, and I didn't even recognize. I say him, didn't recognize him. I went to a party and saw two girls standing in the kitchen, and I was like, "Hey, what's up, ladies?" Going over there, Mr. Rico Suave, and and I went and got a beer out of the fridge and walked in the room. My friend said, "Oh, did you see Ray?" And I was like, "Oh, Ray's here? No shit. Where is he?" And he pointed in the kitchen, and I was like, "Oh shit! Oh shit!" So I was like, "Oh my God, did I just do that?"
The man giving him the wink and all that.
I gotta be honest. I didn't say anything to me, so obviously I didn't hear the voice, and I didn't know.
It's not normal to have your senses trained like that either.
That was my first ever seeing somebody do that. I never ever saw that before.
Well, that's the thing. At quick glance, you can't always tell. It's
mind blown.
It's once you look for a bit, you can tell. Just
a quick 10-second hello and walking over to a refrigerator.
Right.
You're not going to take much notice,
So I wasn't, I didn't give him any shit over it. Listen, but we're all on whatever path we're on. I don't know. What am I going to say? I mean, what the fuck did you do to yourself? What am I going to do? Be that guy? I tried to be cool about it. And I worked with somebody who was like that, who was the nicest person.
I would have asked, did you get to keep it once they locked it off?
Did you pickle it? Mind blowing.
Oh, wow.
Well, and that's what I try to be, is understanding. Like, I don't want to be that, beat him over the head with a Bible type or something. That doesn't get anywhere.
They hack it off with a saw. I gotta be one of those people.
Yeah.
I mean, I tried to be cool about it, but yeah, it was
it's off-putting, point blank.
It was strange.
But I just keep in mind, it's like, well, clearly they are in a world of hurt and are just covering it up.
Something happened at some point.
And that's usually the case.
Yeah, something at some point happened. I don't know what. I don't know if it was a family thing with him. I never really figured it out. I was kind of little. I didn't want to get too much into it.
Oh, right, because then you're just
I didn't want to try to.
That can be
make shit
invasive.
worse.
Gosh.
Something happened
Yeah.
when we were kids. Real quick, when we were kids, his mom he was a latchkey kid, so he always went home. He kept the key around his neck. You know, typical latchkey kid, goes straight home after school until I come home. And I used to say, no, come on over my house. And my mom would be making cookies, and we'd have, you know, Italian stuff and pizzelles and macaroons and all this Italian cookies. My mother's from Italy. So, you know, we had all these goods, and, you know, I had a cat, you know, so we had a cat. I had a cat, and I had a big room with toys and all kinds of stuff. And he loved coming over my house to the point where, like, he wanted to be in my house all the time because he didn't have that at his house.
Right. Yeah.
So I think that there was a lot of factors that played into that. I never really worked it out just because I kind of get sad thinking about it.
Well, no, it's like when a person doesn't have a good family at home, it is a form of neglect, point blank.
Yeah.
I think his father died, and I think the mother had some issues, probably alcohol, or, you know, she worked all the time and boozed it up. I never ever saw her not drinking when I went over that house. So I don't know. It was
There's most certainly got to be some kind of trauma there in the family.
Yeah, something happened.
Absolutely.
So, I mean,
even though
I'm not going to give anybody shit about it, but.
Oh, and even if it wasn't an isolated event, like one guy I know, he was trans, where it's like it just built up over time.
Yeah.
Just from the environment he was in.
I don't know. I just try to think about the mentality of it. Just how to get that.
It's obviously not a right mind, that's for sure.
Yeah. I just don't. It's just an understanding that I don't have.
No way.
I've never wanted to be anybody different.
No.
Yeah, this shit. Yeah, this body sucks. Yeah, I could be good. I could be better looking. I could be richer. But I never wanted to be anything else. This is what I am.
I've always wanted to improve my body, not like when I was younger. Decent. I was decent enough, quite an athletic build. But I wanted to improve it a bit. But I never wanted to change myself completely. Never.
You don't want to look Max?
No, I don't want to go and smash. No.
You don't want jaw implants and extend your legs so you
and doing some mewing.
Big mushroom head.
Oh, that clavicular man, he's off his nut. He's on it's just they call it ascending. Like it's some kind of it's almost a cult now. I would say it is. Looks Maxing is a cult.
It's important. It is important to look good, present yourself, be presentable, dress sharp. These are things that people recognize because that's just how our environment is.
Yeah.
But how far do you want to go?
Right.
You want to put fucking extensions in your legs and dislocate your hips and I mean
that's what they're doing. So they're putting their whole bodies out of proportion. So they're getting their legs to grow bigger by putting gaps in the bones and letting the bone go into bone by holding it by a brace being there. But then that means their torso is very short and their legs are going to be very long.
So you got real long arms with short legs, or real short arms with really long legs.
Try touching your toes now, bro.
Yeah. I don't know.
They do
just
some mad stuff. They
take
steroids just to make themselves look slightly more mature. They inject things into their face. They sometimes use that
Botox.
And also for the
plastics and all
the methamphetamine to get hollow cheeks. I mean, crazy stuff.
Wow.
Crazy stuff.
I, a trans woman, express that
You're a guy that dresses like a woman.
Yeah, it's dress up.
Yeah, it's make believe.
You're not fooling anybody.
Right.
You're not fooling everybody. I'm a man.
bottom dysphoria, and it's something I deal with every day, and I'm just having an impossible time trying to cope because like I won't be able to have the surgery for a very long time. The correct response from you as a trans woman is not to reach out and tell me that you just got the surgery and that you've never been happier. This happens so many times where I will say, I have bottom dysphoria and I'm really struggling with that. And they go, oh my God, Joan, I just got the surgery. It is the best thing that
Well, okay, so they can't even talk. I mean, I wouldn't agree with getting the surgery and all that, but you're okay with this type of thing. But when someone wants to talk to you about it, you're like, no, I don't want to talk about that with you.
Pots don't work. What's great about it?
Right. No, it's
You're
like the
taking
ones
your
I've
junk
spoken
off and you're
to.
making the parts not work anymore.
Right. I mean,
maybe they initially come out with that kind of report, like in the first week or something, but no, check back in on them in a year. See
Yeah,
if they're still
talk to them
whistling
4
that
years
tune.
from now and see how miserable they are.
there's just as many post-op transsexuals, transgenders that post-op. There's just as many people. There's just as many of them post-op that commit suicide than there is pre-op.
Oh, it's way higher.
There you go. There you go.
50%, 40-50%. It's some crazy number.
So what is it? What good is it doing them when they're doing this? Even and there's a lot of them that really, really regret it and are living with the regret. Obviously there's some that don't care and they're not going to regret it and they'll go the rest of their life thinking they're justified. But
I don't mean to name drop, but there used to be one of these influency people from YouTube. Named Milo Stewart.
Okay.
Milo Stewart was this weird, kind of quirky, kind of, I don't know, kind of cute in a weird way, kind of quirky girl.
Right.
And she wasn't bad looking.
Okay.
And she decided, I want to be a man. Cut her junk off and all the other crap. Did all that whole road. No, it's a chick. So, I mean, just a top, and turned into this dude. And then started having exactly what we were just talking about. After like 2 or 3 or 4 years, all of a sudden she's dressing like a girl again. It's like, boy, that didn't work out well, did it?
I mean, and by this time, if they've already had enough, like a female turning a guy, what they do is they roll up, they get skin from the forearm and stuff and roll up into a penis. And then you've got a built-in pump that makes it go hard.
God almighty.
And I mean, why would you want all that hassle? I mean,
but you know what happened? Because people were talking about this and saying she realized how hard it was to be a man.
Right.
That's what happened. She realized that we don't get all the admiration and the attention.
Right.
And we're not walking around trying to get it either.
Right.
And then she realized, wait a minute, this sucks because now no one's paying attention to me and no one's showing me any attention. And they know I'm this and know I'm that and know I'm this. And all of a sudden she realized being a man sucks.
Well, it's a big thing. They're going to get a lot of attention. Like, I don't want to be this sex anymore. I want to change my gender. But once they actually do that and the big event is over, what's the next big thing they can do?
What's to talk about anymore?
All they can do is go back, That's it. Or try and go back,
You don't know how many times I wanted to. You don't know how many times I wanted to go in a chat and said, you should have just left yourself alone. Should have just. Why did you do this? I wanted to go in and say something nice, but then at the same time, I knew if I said it, they weren't going to accept what I was going to say anyway. Because what do you know? You've never done it. Oh, yeah, okay.
Would you intentionally cut your arm off? You really wouldn't, would you? You would not intentionally, not even a finger. You would not intentionally cut a finger, or an arm, or anything off. So why the hell would you cut your tallywhacker off? What the heck? It's nuts.
I don't know.
Well, it's no nuts.
No, it's like usually I'm around those who have already done it and like gone through with it. So I'm left with the aftermath. Though, like with the one girl that I know, I had a chance to talk to her before she went through with it. I'm like, don't do it. So, I mean, I'm glad that I said that because even though she still went through with it, I saw her like just a few weeks ago. She didn't notice me, but she looks worse than she ever did as a girl.
Yeah.
Well,
well,
at least you said something, I mean, at least you can't go think to yourself, oh, well, I wish I'd said something, but I didn't. You did say something.
Oh, right. No, in this case, no, I feel good about it because I did say something, unlike everyone else saying, whatever you feel is the right thing to do.
That's
tried.
what we were just saying, Thomas. Yeah, a lot of them do it for the attention. And once that big event is over, then the
There's no attention.
Yeah, there's no attention. There's no attention.
Now you're on your own. And,
Depression comes in again.
Yeah. And now you realize being a guy or being a chick or being whatever, it sucks. And now you
were
can't
better
reverse
off
it.
the way you are. Yeah. You knew what you were doing, what you are. You grew up that way. You've always been that. Yeah.
I wanted it so bad to say, listen, you're a cute chick. Just stick with it. Don't bother. Being a dude is not what it's cracked up to be.
Right. And
I've been
like
with
the
all
girl
my
I
life.
spoke to, she was cute. I'm like, what are you? I'm like, don't do it.
What are you doing?
No.
I don't know. It's strange but sometimes people got to learn on their own. It just sucks that.
Well, that's it. You can only give them your opinion. You can only give them your advice. It's up to them whether they take it.
Listen, you were put here in that form for a reason. You made the show out of the millions of sperm.
That's right.
Millions of sperm. They let the whole process. You made it. You've chosen to be here in this form.
Right.
People
and you
have never heard that.
And you think that's a mistake. You know, you think you can just play about with what your gender is. You can't, you know.
I wouldn't be the person I am if I didn't go through all the trials and tribulations and hassles and pain and suffering and all the other crap I had to go through in life. If all those things didn't happen, I would be a different person. I'd have a different mentality. I'd be a different person. I wouldn't be having this conversation with you now.
Right.
Every little thing affects where and how I got to this point.
Yeah,
So wasn't you, and so doesn't Derek. If we didn't
Yeah.
go through all those things, if we didn't have to struggle through the things we've had to struggle through, we wouldn't be here together to having this conversation and this consciousness right now.
100%.
Everything would be different.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Has ever happened to me. I am just so ecstatic. I am living a dream.
Sure you are.
Hang in there.
She's jealous of he's jealous of someone else that says they're living the dream. And they're all inclusive. They like you want to be what this other person is, but they're not allowed to talk about it.
Well, it's like
contradictions.
he's talking about those who have those kind of stories, and he doesn't want to hear that because he's getting cold feet.
Right, that's more likely. More than likely.
Right. We know others like that.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, they still call themselves, trans woman or trans women, and it's like, I'm sorry, but you still have your appendages.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. They could cut those appendages off and take a DNA test. You're still a dude.
Right.
Nothing's going to change your biology. You can manipulate it a little bit by taking more estrogen. And
you could scar yourself up as much as you want. It's not going to change your chromosomes.
No. And your muscle structure and your shoulders.
I'm just a firm advocate of unless they've gone 100%, they have no business speaking on behalf of those who have.
Well, I would just hope and pray they wouldn't go all that way.
Right. Agreed.
Absolutely.
But it's like they basically, put their toe in the water and decide, oh, maybe that's not a good idea. And then like, what are you doing speaking for those who actually dove in?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they're not going to try to find people who have alt experiences either. It's not like they're looking for people to say, let's go talk to some people that maybe have some regret.
Yeah, and they never want to hear that.
No, so
yeah.
They leave them hanging high and dry. Mm-hmm.
And then it's too late. Now you can't put the appendage back on, and now you can't.
Right, it's irreversible.
Yeah, but now you're really fucked because now all that shit they used to give us some gratification ain't there to gratify you anymore.
That's right.
It's
madness. So I'm saying that there must be the things that must go through their head trying to do they actually think? Do they just go with what they think they desire, or do they actually really think these things through? Like, what if I actually regret it? What if I do it and then I surely they don't. Surely they just must go on a whim and just go with that decision. And doesn't matter how many times they get advised otherwise, that's it. They've made this decision, so they're going to go ahead with it. I don't know. It's madness anyway. Either way.
I mean, the way
my leg fell apart.
I'm sorry. I was just gonna say. I mean, I wouldn't give anybody any shit if I had to interact with somebody on a daily. I wouldn't care about it. I would just treat you just like whatever. That's fine. I'll call you whatever you want. That's fine. It wouldn't bother me because it's not me. But yeah, I don't think a lot of people think this shit through. I think that they don't think of every angle of it. Like,
That's what I'm saying. I don't think they do. I don't think they do. I mean, fair enough. I mean, I wouldn't treat them any differently either. But if they wanted me to talk about it, I won't lie and call them something they're not. If they want me to call you she and you're not she, and you're actually he, I will not call you she.
just to
But
keep
I've
the
got no
peace,
problem
I
talking to
would.
you. Got no problem talking to you whatsoever. You know,
Just to keep the peace, I would. But
I wouldn't.
Something inside of me would definitely want to come out and say, "Yeah, okay, dude." It's my nature. I'm just a wise ass.
Well, and even though like on YouTube, everybody knows I'm, big on Jesus. But like in treatment centers, usually people have to find that out by getting to know me. Because I don't just lead out, by saying Jesus. Like I'll actually get to know people first. And like I'll even like have to go up against counselors sometimes because like if there's transgenders around or whatever, what they say is just nuts because they'll be like, oh, well, we support you no matter what. Like that is the wrong advice. I'm sorry. And I won't even need to mention Jesus or scripture. It's like, but like, you're going against the way that your biology says even. I can just keep it there.
Definitely are.
I don't know. I think the best thing, like I said, I think the best thing I've heard is you made it to the show. This is the form they wanted you to be. You got a purpose.
Right.
Screw all this how you look. Screw this what people think you look. You know what I mean? Like I look at it as, listen, if you're gonna do that, be happy. If you're gonna do it, be happy. But if you got regrets,
well,
say, hey, I got regrets. This sucks. Deal with it.
Scripture says you're fearfully and wonderfully made, and God takes 9 months to knit you in your mother's womb. So there's no mistakes when it comes to that.
This is a funny thing. Once I used to watch this clown guy, and I'll shut up. I used to watch this clown guy. He would go to these different places and go around and talk to people on the street. And he walked up to these two guys that were Indian twins.
Right.
So they were Indian twins, two big giant guys.
Right.
Like big, tall, huge dudes. He had to lift the mic up to their face to talk to him. And he went and he said, so he puts the mic up to the guy's mouth and he says, "You guys are twins, huh?" And he says, "Yeah." He goes, "Why did God make two of you?" And I always think about that is kind of true. Like, why? But then you think about it, it was that was a reason for that. I don't know what it was.
Absolutely.
But it happened.
Oh, that's funny. Hey, Jono, how you doing, man? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you, brother.
Cheers, Jono.
What's up, Jono?
That's funny.
I love it. I always think about that. I think, why did God make two of you? Just cuts it off.
Well, God's got a reason for that. 100%.
Hey, man.
He does. Yeah, we don't know. I don't know what that is, but I know there's a reason somewhere.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I'll never be able to dance again. I just booked a national tour with the ballet.
The ABCD community are the only people who will talk about how your gender is not actually biological, but then they'll say that they changed their gender, and while they change their gender, they also want to get...
How can your gender not be biological? It's so stupid. So your gender is what? Visceral?
Fluid.
Fluid. It's fluid and visceral. That's so stupid.
They can change it at any time. I feel like being this. I feel like being that. It's like a chameleon.
Sex and gender is the same bloody thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's like a chameleon doesn't change what species it is. You know what I mean?
No. But,
so it's not so fluid even with a chameleon.
But it's simply just changing the outside of it.
Yeah.
It's changing the appearance of it. Doesn't mean that its inside's changing,
So
but
silly,
the
man.
outside is.
They have to make up definitions of things just to fit what they believe about themselves.
Exactly.
Look like the sex that they want to be. Does it make sense? No, they are stupid people.
Being pro women's rights, who do you think is more for women's rights? The Trump administration or the Iranian regime?
Neither. I mean, people would think Trump. It should be, the answer should be Trump, but neither really.
Yeah.
You know.
I'm against Trump, so I guess I'll go Iranian regime. If it's between the two.
Just because you're against Trump, you'll go against. Just because you're against Trump, even despite what the truth may be, just because you're against Trump, right? Okay.
No,
Right,
you
so
would
it
not
works.
fare well in Iran walking over there. They'd
So
be like,
true.
"Hi, how you doing? I'm Lucy."
So truth is objective like that. I know truth is subjective. Sorry.
Well, and it's like, and as bad as the Iranian regime can be, it's like at least they're not confused about what a man and a woman is.
Right.
I want to say something though. I did do some research on some countries that allow that, but only for certain reasons. You get what I'm going? Get where I'm going for that?
Transition.
No, meaning people that do that. I mean, people that
okay.
are that way. Okay, they're there
Right.
for a specific reason. Kind of like in Thailand, kind of
Yeah,
like in
that's what I was
Japan.
thinking of.
Right. Yeah.
That's
yeah,
why.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's allowed because somebody's making money from it.
Of course. Of
Okay.
course.
So it is allowed, but only if you're making some money from it.
Only if you're
Somebody's
making
making some
fun
cash.
doing it.
That's allowed.
No doubt. No doubt.
Same thing in Philippines. Okay, that's allowed. It's accepted because somebody's making some money from it.
Right.
And
Right.
Doesn't mean that their religion says this is perfectly okay.
No, it's just money
No,
talk.
because they all disagree. But then
Yeah.
they realize that, okay, this is somebody making money. You know,
Right.
so they're like, whatever.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
As a woman, who do you think is more pro women's rights? The Trump administration or the Iranian regime?
I don't know what that is.
Iran is in the Middle East.
That's the well, probably not the Trump.
I
my
can definitely say
goodness.
for sure it's not the Trump administration. What rights do women have in Iran that they don't have here? What rights do we not have here as women?
Well,
Hi, my name is
sorry, I don't want
Alyssa.
to be in this.
She's just blazed 2 doobies beforehand. I
Yeah.
mean, you can see the guy in that. You know what I mean?
I just want a burrito.
She just doesn't care. She just blazed 2 doobies, definitely.
Anymore. Okay, if I had to pick, probably Iranian militarization. Like Trump is just evil in so many ways. Yeah.
Okay, so you think the Iranian regime is more pro women's rights?
Yeah.
Really?
What?
Wow.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
They go to what we call college, and in these places we call college, they're supposed to be more intelligent than the people who do not go to college. They're supposed to be the ones who will be the future of our countries, and they say nonsensical things like this.
That is idiocracy. It's simple as that. The future is idiocracy, without a doubt, and it is. It's definitely becoming a documentary, that comedy film, without a doubt, man. It's so nuts. It's so nuts how people in college don't know this crap, man. They don't know the basics anymore. I mean, I don't, obviously, I just believe Trump's a puppet. But on the surface things, what things look like on the media, you would obviously choose Trump, you know? So nuts.
Well, and as bad as Trump is, I mean, just by being in America, there would be more of forgiveness value.
Right.
So even if it's not entirely promoted,
Right.
you know, nobody's trying to, go Iranian on you about it.
Yeah, that's totally different. Totally.
Yeah.
Totally different.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna be like, yeah, okay. Be like,
These
"No,
types of
you can
videos
leave."
should show you.
Sorry, Demon, sorry.
I was just gonna say that they'd be like, no, you can leave.
Why I believe that not everybody should be able to vote.
White people have never built their own houses, farmed their own farms.
White people have never built their own houses, farmed their own farms. Never.
Yeah.
I mean,
Tell
you're
my
a white
family
woman.
that.
Yeah, exactly. You're a white woman. Why would you be saying this about white people? I mean,
Yeah, Italians and Irish built the entire country.
right. You
This is
can't say
50
white
years
people
ago.
didn't build anything.
And
That's
English.
Germans and Polish and
Yeah,
exactly.
man.
We haven't
All
built
of that.
shit.
Wow, nothing at all. White people have not built anything, guys, at all.
I used to help build houses.
No, you didn't, Derek.
Yeah, I did.
I did
You
also.
didn't. You didn't. If you're white, and you didn't. You're lying, obviously.
I mean, obviously, Derek, some other
English, you're
person
not
came
white.
and did it for you while you sat there and hit him with the whip.
Oh, yeah.
You're lying. You just can't be white. You
Yeah,
obviously
here in Minnesota, that's never been a slave state, of course.
Oh, wow, unbelievable. What a statement.
worked manual labor in the history of the United States.
Really?
So when all the workers are deported and there's no one else here to fulfill that role, because Americans, especially the ones that look like
Well,
me,
I know. Why don't you do it? Since you women are just as strong and just as you don't need men. So why don't you build it when all these alleged foreigners get chucked out of the country and there's no white men that will build because white men don't build anything? You can do it. You can do it.
Did you ever see that show? What was that show that had all the women on it and they put them on like some island or something? And they do you remember that show? And they were all freaking out about having to freaking kill something to eat it, and
Is that
build shit.
that's not I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, is it? No, because they were mixed. It was
Was
me
it like
and
Survivor or something like that?
Yeah, it was like that type of show, but it was all women and they were all fighting
Yeah.
and trying to kill each other.
I've seen
But
that. Oh, what? No, yeah, but their little group just crumbled.
didn't work out well at all.
Meanwhile, there's pictures of the whole guy group. They're sitting there and
Doing
basically
well,
cheering,
yeah.
having a good time.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey,
High
Roger,
five.
man. Roger.
Hold on. Okay,
I'm
how?
not holding on, bro. Nope, not holding on. Nope, not holding on. What are you saying?
I had to reset. I had to reset my microphone.
I don't care.
Oh, what do I say?
It sounds good, bro. It sounds good.
Yeah, cool. I had to come in and chime in, man. They don't know anything about real life at all.
No, of course they don't, bro. Of course they don't. I mean, come on. Look, she's a white woman, and she's sitting there saying a white men have never built anything whatsoever. I mean, I bet her husband, if she's got one, is white. Hold on, has she got a wedding band? That is that a wedding band? No, it's not. It's not. It's on the wrong finger. So no. But you know, I dare say if she marries someone, or if she might marry, I don't know. I'm not sure. I dare say he's a white dude. So you're saying that he couldn't build anything, that he's got family way back when that's never built anything? How can you come to that conclusion and say that white people have never built anything in the history of the United States?
She's never built anything.
She's never
White men have never built houses and they've never built farms, is what she said.
Yeah, never
and like
built
on the Minnesota state flag is literally a white man farming on his land.
She's never seen an Amish person in her life.
Obviously not.
Right. Well, they must not be white, D-man.
I mean, and they build everything from hand, you know, basically no machinery, you know, everything, you know what I mean? From
Handmade. She's obviously never heard of Dick Brennecke, who was the guy who went out into the Alaskan wilderness and built his own tools and built his own house, door latches and locks and weapons. Yeah, he had some guy. He subcontracted that work out to some guy from Zambia.
It's like normal. Sorry, go ahead, Roger.
Yeah, I spent half my teenage years, you know, mending fences on farms, plowing. You know, I never had that happen.
No, you didn't do that, Roger. What are you talking about?
What are you
You're
talking
white.
about?
Okay,
come on.
You've done that and you're white.
White and dirty.
Either that, or you've done it and you're not actually white. Are you really not white, Roger? Are you another color?
Last time I checked, I mean, it looks kind of white. Yeah.
Well, you didn't build anything then, Roger.
Wasn't her.
Exactly. Wow. Where did they get this information from? This is all. I mean, I never ever had stuff like this when I was younger. You know?
It's feminism. It's feminism.
Well, yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be.
Well, it's more like stupidity.
It was certainly that.
Well, it had me thinking. It's like normally people have to be like in a home where they are absolutely sheltered and neglected and abused in order to be this ignorant, but they are getting this. This is what they're producing in colleges and universities today, where they are sheltered in that type of environment. It's bizarre.
Right.
After this episode, there's another one coming on called "Kick Them in the Balls." Have you watched it? You brought up Idiocracy. I had to just do it.
All right. Yeah.
Kick them in the balls.
are not going to do manual labor $4, $5, $3, whatever. That's statistics and predictions of literally AI bots who are smarter than humans. It's not looking good for us. We as American citizens collectively have to put it in to this corrupt administration.
There is no way you said this with all the information we have out right now, and you thought what you said was factually correct.
Oh my God, wait, we have mice!
Emotionally regulated. Hey, TJ, can I add one thing? I'm going to start Pasadena.
You want?
Yeah. My first job, I made $1.25 and I worked my ass off, man.
Yeah.
No, you didn't, Roger. No, if you know, white men have done nothing in the United States. Nothing.
Well,
Man,
that white man there is blowing into a microphone. Whatever
Every
the hell
job
that
I
was.
ever had was, I only had one job in my entire life that I sat at a desk, and it was one of the most painful 3 years I ever had.
Yeah.
Okay.
I understand.
Always doing manual. I was always on my feet. I was always doing shit with my hands. I was always on my, on my toes mentally to make sure the saw blade didn't kill me or something didn't fall on my head or I didn't get ran over by a truck.
So I'm saying with aesthetic physical people, we want to do stuff like that, We don't just want to sit in our asses all the time and,
and it's got to be a mix of
people
both.
built stuff, Of course we built stuff. I just don't understand where people get this information from. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, on that note, I'm going to go to work. I'll see you guys later.
I have
Roger,
You're obviously not doing anything or making anything.
Well, Roger,
Obviously, Roger.
what are you building? Are you building anything?
Sandwiches.
Oh, you're building there's
You're not
no
building
way
sandwiches. No,
that you're
no,
building sandwiches.
You're not qualified.
You're putting bread and filler in bread. Oh,
It's way too complicated.
No way, bro. That's building. That's building. There's no way you can be doing that.
Yeah,
You're going to stand there and sublet it out to some other guy. We know. You're a subcontractor.
Yeah, I'm a subcontractor. That's fine. All right, gentlemen, have fun with this LGBTQ.
Have a good day.
Whatever.
She's a strong and empowered woman.
Oh, yeah, I can see. Yeah.
Let's see what sense this lady's talking. Later, Roger. Next one, bro.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. But who messed it up? You're probably a trans ally. He's coming back to play the mandolin.
Oh, here we go.
Oh my God.
It's a banjo.
I don't remember the rest of your life, from being honest. I think you guys are kind of insane. I know I'm acting crazy, but
you know that, but you're going to continue to act crazy. Anyway.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know, but I've never seen too many women played the banjo with Lee press-on nails. I don't think that's going to work out for you.
All right.
can use it.
Hey guys, remember about 20 minutes ago when we had the other side, LGBTQ as a mental illness, and I explained LGBTQ identities are shame-based identities based in childhood trauma, right?
Of course, Mitchell and Man will do something like that. Don't eat the mic, just don't do that at least.
The baby has been able to latch, but I've not been able to produce any milk. It's okay, because we're going to supplement the feeding with formula so that my baby...
It's because you're a dude. That's because you're a dude. You can't. You don't produce milk. My goodness! Wow! What on earth? There's literally a baby sucking. Oh my goodness! Disgusting.
Still getting the
non-binary baby. So you're going to call your. There's no degradation that won't go, man.
Well, imagine being a baby and then a toddler child being raised in a psycho environment like that.
Mm-hmm. That's what.
That is not a good start.
No, it's
These
not.
kind of people, Sad, so sad.
It's tragic.
The nutrients that they need.
His face is mad.
Do you support deportation at all?
Not at all. Not at all. I mean, what's more fascist than the ICE raids? Just coming into people's homes and doing whatever they will, overruling our Constitution, our rights. I think it doesn't get any worse than that.
And do you support deportation at all?
Not at all. Not at all.
Yeah, taking people out of the country who came illegally is definitely so fascist. If you were to ask her what fascism means, I can guarantee you she won't be able to define it for you. But basically, everything I disagree with is fascism.
Calm down. Right. The people that's running this said they wanted you all gone. So if you either gonna go or these guys right here is gonna take you.
Well, it's that they can't. It's a public street. It's a public street.
What's going on? Hey, the people run the festival don't want them here filming when they want them gone, and that's what they said. And they say they don't have.
Yeah, it's they have the right to actually. Okay, well, we're not there, but why is it about what people the festival said? They want them gone. That's what I'm trying to do. See, shake his head. No, I'm listening to you guys. Let's ignore them. We can't. The people that runs this.
Jack.
We can be harassing people like if they can ask people questions, but if they want someone that's always like declines the question.
You're locked in right now, Roger. Oh well, maybe you can help that nice couple, if you want to call them that. You know, it's disgusting, man. So disgusting.
They can walk off. Don't they just do against that gate? Because I have the right to be here. He knows his rights. That's why he's doing it. I know. Right. Just don't harass anyone.
So just walk away. Tell them they can be there. See what I mean? See what they're like. You know, they're meant to be all inclusive, but when people are there, you know, like not agreeing with what they're all about, then it's like they're not so inclusive anymore.
No. It's only inclusive to the people they select.
Right.
To be included.
And so
it's
that's
like a club.
exclusive by default.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, it's like a club.
Mm-hmm.
But the cop said the right thing because he has the right to be there. He's in public. And it doesn't matter if you have your little goofy market or whatever you're doing.
Right.
You're not renting that whole space, and you don't own it for the time you get. You're simply just allowed to put your stupid sand up and sell whatever you tchotchkes or whatever you're selling.
Right.
And the city gets some money from it. That's all it is. That doesn't mean that you can block off the whole street and say this is just as a club. You can't come in here. You have to pay.
Right.
No, it's public.
Right.
So you have the right to.
Yeah,
you have the right to speak in public. You have the right to freely give your ideas or walk up to people and ask them what they think. And if they don't want to talk to you, then you just walk away. If you don't want anything to do with it, then just don't pay any attention. I love these videos where people say, "Don't film me," and they walk right up to the camera. It's like you just walked up to the camera, and then they say, "Well, you don't have the right to film me." Well, yes, I do. I'm in public. I can film anything I want. The sky, cars, people driving by, people fighting, whatever's going on.
Right. That's right.
Then they say, "Well, I'm going to call the police." Why? I just told you what you can do. Well, you can't do that. Well, so the guy turned around and he said, "See that camera on the telephone pole over there?" And she's like, "Yeah." She said, "It's filming you right now."
Exactly.
He said, see that camera down at the four-way intersection? That's filming you right now. He said, "See that?" He said, look at that car in the parking lot. It's got a camera on the windshield. He said, "They have a dash cam. It's on right now. You walk into a store today, you have cameras in that business?" And the lady just walked away because she realized that you're an idiot.
Right,
You're
exactly.
being filmed everywhere.
All the time. Absolutely.
Everywhere. So it's like, why does this bother you? But the 50 stores that you've been in this week, or the health center that you walked in, or the DMV, they have tons of cameras.
One bit.
Right.
Yeah, it didn't bother you then. You weren't jumping up and down saying, "You can't film me. You need to stop." Or I'm gonna sue.
It's because those cameras didn't disagree with them.
Yeah, that's what it is. And these people don't. It's funny because they don't understand they don't know what the law is. It's funny because you see a lot of cops show up and they don't know what the law is either.
No, that's true.
So they start going over and saying, "Well, you can't film them without the permission." They don't know either.
Right.
And
right. A lot of them would have stopped that. They would have got them to stop. "Oh, well, you've got to have permission to film someone."
That cop did the right thing. He stood up and said, "Hey, this guy has the right to be. It's open to the public. Right. He's on the street. Just don't harass anybody." Meaning, go up and forcibly try to tell people. That's all.
I've got the right as long as they're not on private land.
Right. If they're behaving themselves, there's no issue.
Yeah. He wasn't going up and taking the microphone and stuffing it in your nose. demanding you answer. It's like, yeah, that's different. That changes things. Now you're being disorderly. You're just simply standing there with a camera asking people questions. If you don't want to answer it, just pretend he isn't there.
Right.
And they'll go away.
100%.
I'm not. He didn't threaten me. He just asked me to leave, but I said that I have the right to be here. Well, you guys have a good day. I'm going to keep asking questions.
What do people not understand about public space? If it's a public space, they can be there legally. It's not difficult to understand. We understand that you guys are self-made and you can't have anybody disagreeing with you, because if they disagree with you, they are the most evil of people ever.
So, do you guys believe in human rights? I don't want to answer that. Yeah, you believe in human rights for everybody? Yes. All human beings. What about the unborn? I guess. Yeah. So the unborn baby in the womb, they have human rights. Yeah. Okay. So does that mean that you'd be against abortion? No. So
why? If you think an unborn baby has human rights, why wouldn't you be against abortion? You contradict yourself. You can't have that's cognitive dissonance right there. That's believing two things at once. A baby has rights, but yet an unborn baby has rights, but yet abortion is not wrong. How does that work?
Well, it's like even unborn eagle eggs have rights.
Right.
Yeah, they're protected. It's protected.
Yeah.
Of course.
So why isn't that protected?
Exactly.
It should be the most protected, because it can't speak for itself and give you its. It should be the most protected.
100%.
And that's what I really like when people who were, supposed to be aborted, and then their mom, didn't go through with it, and years later they, give a testimony like, I was supposed to be aborted. Right. And just the gratitude and thankfulness they have is awesome.
Oh yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like they are really.
That makes sense because.
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. I was just. Could you hear me through that?
Yeah. Sorry. No, I was.
Oh no, I'm done. Go ahead.
The old flicky thing.
Sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Abortion would end the life of the baby in the womb. I don't want to keep doing this. Thank you. Okay. No worries.
Again, you don't want to keep doing this. That's another one. Doesn't want to keep doing this because you're cooked. You just said two things. You contradicted yourself.
Yeah, the logic.
Yeah. So you're cooked. You can't justify your position.
Well, I think she probably thinks that, if that happened, it's an inconvenience to me and I don't want it. So I should just be able to do what I want with it because it inconveniences me. And because I wasn't personally responsible enough to take responsibility for my actions, I'm just going to do this because it's, it cuts into my, ladies poker night.
Right. That's it. And, things like abortion's been used as a form of contraception.
I say just don't, just be more careful and don't take the proper precautions, and you won't create something that you won't have to not want. It's that simple.
Right. Exactly.
Do you have an answer? I haven't got nothing. No worries. All right. Thanks for your time.
Human rights until it's something we deem not worthy of, human rights.
I was going to say, I went to school with a girl who, I'm not, I don't want to say it, but yeah, I don't think she ever met anybody that she didn't want to have fun with.
Right.
And she had like 6 kids the last time I saw her.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And no man around.
No, exactly. Yeah. They end up with kids from umpteen different people. And
it was a cash cow, and I think that's how she kind of played it off.
J.R. Hartley, a long time no see. These lefties will eventually eat each other up, offended by everything. Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. But long time no see, brother. Good to see you, man. Good to see you.
Well, in situations like that, when it's not just a cash cow, but even if a man tries to intervene, like if he has a baby with a woman like that, not only does he have to take care of his kid, he has to take care of the others too.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, that's a lot.
I'm all good, brother. I'm all good. Hope you're good as well, man. Bless you, dude. It's good to see you. It's good to see you.
Woman came up to me whilst I was on my shift, and
blue hair, green hair, pink hair. When it's all these guys, as soon as you see that, I'm sorry to put the stereotype on them, but as soon as you see that, you just know. You just
toxic colors.
There's something equivalent in nature. It's normally something poisonous when it's really
Yeah.
bright like that. Should just do that to tell you to stay away.
So mad, man. Come on.
She is a conventionally attractive woman, slim, and she was crying. And she looked at me and said, "How do you do it? How do you be so confident? And how do you wear what you wear and just exist like that?" It was as though she thought that existing must somehow be easy.
Yeah, it's good conversation. Bless you, Thomas. Nice one, bro.
For me. There's something important here, because this woman, if we think about how society sees health, fitness, beauty, was someone who you would say has it easy. Yet there she was standing in front of me, the fat woman, asking how to exist.
Well, if you just went for a few walks a few days out of your week, you wouldn't be crying and complaining about how much of a victim you are by your own decisions. But of course, because you guys like being victims, you'll make yourself unhealthy and then complain about the people who are healthy as if it's their fault.
That's true enough. That's true enough. You know what I mean? It's not being, sizist or whatever. If you just say, look, you do make yourself a victim. If you want to be that size, fine. Be that size.
And
But
be happy.
Make a victim out of it,
And be happy and be the person you want to be.
Right.
If you're uncomfortable with who you are, you can change it. You change that. Learn how to do it.
Exactly.
I was a big dude.
Being fat is a choice, right? Exactly. Like I'm overweight at the minute. And I'm doing something about it. So, of course it's a choice because I could have done something anytime that I wanted to, So now I am. I don't want to put on any more weight. I want to start losing some.
Yeah,
So
I said to me, I do the best I can. The older you get, the harder it gets. So you got to be a little more disciplined.
Of course. Of course.
That's all it is. But some people just make themselves into a mess so that they can complain about them being a mess.
They do.
Some people
They
just
do,
want the attention from it. Some people want you to feel sorry for them.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
It's like they end up blaming the people who give good advice a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
Like,
there is these people as well that are actually addicted to food, and it must be a hard addiction to be addicted to something that you actually need, and then try and wean yourself off of that. That's kind of hard. That's
those mukbang guys.
Oh, dude.
God. I mean, that's a mental illness, I think. I think it's a mental illness.
They've got to be going
it's a behavioral illness.
Behavioral.
They've gotten so attached to that behavior, they can't relinquish it because it's painful. It's uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they think that it masks some kind of pain, but yet it causes all the pain.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And even though it's been made of in the past, like with Austin Powers, with Fat Bastard, where he said it's a vicious cycle, it actually is, and it's actually not that funny.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. I mean, it's got to be a hard one, being addicted to something.
Oh my God, I could live on pizza and steak bombs, and I mean, I could drink a 2-liter Mountain Dew a day with no problem at all. I just know what it's going to do to me, so I don't do it.
Right. Of course, of course.
And not to say you can never have it again, because that's not the right thing
it's
either.
limited. If I do one bad, I do two good.
Right.
So it's a counteract. I'm counteracting if I screw up a little bit. But I'm not deciding to go on, two 24-inch pieces a day so I can get some followers on the internet. You know what I mean? Like that's a whole other thing where they're like, I'm just doing this to get clicks and views because I'm getting some money from it. But yet, look at yourself.
Right. Absolutely.
I don't think these people think long term either. I don't think they realize that.
They certainly don't. Don't.
I think here is very telling.
Supporting the Harry Potter franchise directly impacts the trans community and funds their annihilation. And here's why I don't give a single shit about your piddly-ass excuses as to why you need to engage with J.K. Rowling's new content. 1. Trans lives are more important than cis feelings. Politely, I don't...
Who are you calling cis? I never ever put cisgendered on me. You put that on us. I am not cisgendered. I'm just a guy. I'm a male. You know, I'm not cisgendered. You guys put that on us. You did. And so, like, you're going about misgendering people and stuff like that, but you guys go and say, oh, you're cisgendered. No.
Well, PJ, how could you? You just called them guys. You just misgendered.
Wow.
How could you?
I'm so sorry. Oh, it's so
That's
nuts.
it. I don't know. I can't figure out that. I'm just
No, but that is interesting though. Like, oh, you have to respect my pronouns, and then you also have to take the label I give you.
Right.
Like what?
Right. So
she it.
Beyond the joke, man. Beyond the joke. What they believe and what they profess is so contradictory. I mean,
It changes too, depending on the situation, on a whim, by the way.
and it's not justifiable at all.
Really care what Harry Potter got you through. I don't really care how important it is to you, and I don't really care how much you
don't care about much. You don't care about much. I know. I can see.
Why the ear gauges? I don't understand. I don't get it.
I do not like. That's what you call them, ear gauges. I always call them tunnels. But yeah, disgusting. I don't like them. What's that, Baza? Hi, PJ. Don't label me because you're the retard who doesn't understand biology. Right.
Thanks, eye patch, Bob Ross.
And the ear gauges or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Like my older brother had a friend who did that, and you know, he wasn't the biggest on it, but he had them, and I would wonder the same thing to myself, like, why does he do that?
Why? Yeah.
What's the appeal? I don't.
Once you decide,
it would attract a certain attention from girls who are kind of on the goth emo side.
Once you decide you don't want them anymore, you've got big drooping earlobes, you know, and they don't. Once you stretch them, they might contract a little bit, but they don't contract.
No, but there is something to it,
there, and they don't heal back together unless you get them cut and sewn back together.
The only thing I think of when I see them is it's a point to tie a rope to.
Yeah.
Because I worked on a boat and we had these metal gauge pieces that you would put in the loop of a piece of rope, so that if another piece of rope was put onto it, it wouldn't break all the fibers on the rope and snap it. You would use these gauges. That's the only thing I can think of. Is like, oh, is somebody tying a rope to your ear? Are we going to tie you off to the dock?
There was a man from Nantucket whose earplugs were so big. Okay. Can imagine how that's going to end.
And maybe this was isolated, but my brother's friend, he was able to attract these emo goth type girls where it's like, oh, you mutilate your body too? Oh, you're attractive all of a sudden.
Yeah, they're weird. They're weird for each
other.
There
was that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Madness. I mean, they're appropriately named, emo. And it means it's short for emotionals.
Real quick, I did a quick deep dive because I have to do this once in a while. Otherwise, I'll start to shake. Ear gauges or stretch earlobes originated thousands of years ago, with the oldest known evidence being Otzi the Iceman, a 5,300-year-old mummy found in the French Alps, who had earlobes stretched to approximately 8 millimeters. And the practice was ancient global roots, famously used in ancient Egypt, Tutankhamun, among the Maya and Aztecs, and in various African and Asian cultures as a symbol of status, power, or cultural identity. There you go. Now I don't have to shake.
Yeah, you can sleep tonight as well.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's great.
I'm so glad all you guys are here to support me.
Our little support group, yeah.
That's cool. 12 steps.
Understand these characters and how much they understand you, because your feelings around the subject do not matter as much as trans people being able to exist.
Really? But the trans people only exist in your mind because they're not real. They're fake. I mean, trans people exist, but what you believe and profess about yourself is not a real thing. You can't actually be another gender from what you
It's a
actually
manufactured
Yeah.
all reality.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So if our feelings don't matter on the subject, then what you're saying now doesn't matter on the subject. Okay,
And so,
John,
yeah.
thanks for popping in, brother.
Good to
Nice
see you,
one.
Jonah.
Well, we'll be over in Rumble anyway. I've got 3 movies to get through, so yeah, be over in Rumble.
And I was just going to say real quick. So it's like, yeah, I'm not even saying they don't have a right to exist. Yeah, go ahead. But I also have the right to exist and also say you're nuts.
Right. Absolutely.
And you're trying to say, oh, no, you can't have that thought process, Derek.
Well, there's always trumps ours with no matter what. Their feelings will trump our feelings.
Oh,
Or
right.
will trump
Oh, no,
our
we have more of a right to feel the way we do. Like, no, you
Right.
don't.
Right. We just don't understand because we are not that. But you know, our opinions, our feelings, and that don't matter on the subject. You know. But like I say, there's always trumps ours, no matter what.
2, Harry Potter isn't real and trans people are. And I guess that goes.
I would disagree. I would say Harry Potter isn't real and trans people aren't real. Well, what they believe is not real about themselves is not real. It's a delusion.
Well, when you have to lie about basic biology, it's a belief.
Right. So trans people is just much fictional and fantasy as Harry Potter is.
Do you think that maybe there's some kind of genetic or biological problem that maybe it's some kind of
I don't know about genetic
identity problem or something? Like I said, something in somebody that maybe I like I said, even like just trying to even think it through on how you could come to the conclusion that
I
this
don't
is
think it's something you can be born with, because then that means they would have no choice over the situation. You know, they wouldn't be able to help it. You know,
well, I mean, even being attracted to even a same-sex attraction.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, it's not a natural thing, and it's not something that you're imbued with. I don't. It's got to be some kind of problem. It's some genetic problem or some kind of thing. I never really give it a thought on what we got. I don't really understand it. It's got to be something that maybe it's some kind of a testosterone thing or a estrogen thing, or maybe.
Well, I mean, there could be something to that to a certain extent, because you do find that not them all, but obviously, like a lot of them that are wanting to change kind of seem a little bit like that in the first place. You know what I mean? You know, like if it's
some things you notice.
It's a little bit camp, you know, that
Yeah.
type of thing, or a woman. If it's a woman, they're a little bit tomboyish, you know, that type of thing.
All of a sudden, your buddy's dressing like Elton John.
Right.
But it's
Hey,
like, I
Liberace.
knew. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I was just joking. It's a bad joke. I was gonna say, hey, Liberace. All of a sudden, the kid comes to school wearing a feather boa, diamond shoes.
Did you see that film, Liberace? Matt Damon was in it, who played his side. Yeah, oh my god.
Saw clips of it.
It was awful.
Goes back to my first point with that your feelings around a made-up character and a made-up story not as important as real people living their real lives, trying to access the world, healthcare, civilization. Okay, your feelings about fictional characters are not as important as real people. Look, I don't believe
that's true.
Wow.
But
She
that's
bet-
true. But it depends on what you're talking about and what context you're talking about in those.
She better never talk to a Glober. Holy Christ!
Well, it's like this person is. I mean, we've passed the word around a lot lately, like projection, but that's what this is.
Yeah.
She's literally saying that her belief is real. Like, no, it's not.
No, it's certainly not. Exactly.
Right. And I wanted to say real quick earlier, like with tomboys, and that I knew when growing up, like, dude, like they are like feminine women now.
Yeah.
Like even though they were like that in our youth or whatever, they aren't anymore.
Yeah, I know a few of that. I saw them 20 years
like,
later, and I was like, "Damn!"
Turned out great.
I know a few tomboys that have gone like really feminine. I know a few tomboys that have gone turned into lesbians. I've seen it. I've seen it working both ways. So yeah, absolutely.
I knew a metalhead girl who wore all black. When he said something real fast, my friend said, "Hey," I was at his house. He said, "Hey, do me a favor. I got to go do something for my mom. Go down to the train station and wait for this girl. She's coming down. This girl, Alyssa. She's coming down. Just go sit at the bench, like in the middle of the train station." And I told her exactly where I'm going to be. So just sit there and wait for her. And I said, "What's she look like?" He said, "Don't worry. You'll know. You'll know it's her." She got off the train. She had black hair. She had black eyeliner. She had black lipstick. Black t-shirt. She had black leather jacket. She had black skin tight pants. She had black shoes. So I see her get off the train, and I'm just like, "Here she is. I know." All righty. She looked up there and said, "Are you Tony?" And I was like, "No." I said, "But Tony sent me, so I can bring you back to the house." And she's like, "You want to see something cool?" And I was like, "Oh my God, what am I getting into?" She took a rat out of her pocket. She had a pet rat.
In her pocket.
In her pocket. Carried it around.
Oh, that's madness.
And I thought, why did he do this to me? Why? Because I wasn't that way at all. I didn't. 20 years later.
Right in the pocket.
Yeah. This is the girl this is the image that I remember. I met her one time. I talked to her over the phone for years and years and years, three-way on the phone, talking me, my friend, and her once in a while. And then 20 years later, I go over, me and my friend kind of hook back up and hang out for a little bit because I hadn't seen him. And he's like, "You want to see a picture of Amanda? You want to see a picture of Melissa?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And he pulls a picture out. And I was like Derek was saying, I was like, "Holy crap.
Right.
What happened to her?" I saw her. She pulled a rat out of her pocket. What happened? All of a sudden, she was gorgeous.
Yeah.
And it's like,
a complete turnaround.
Oh, dude,
180.
a turnaround.
Like,
turn
whoa.
your head around. You're like, whoa. Hey. What happened to the girl I was looking at that was wearing a death to, she got off the train, and every single person that was around her or behind her or even just in front of me, every head turned to her. I literally saw every person look at her because she was pale as a ghost. She had giant hair, like 1980s Aquanet hair. It was just teased of, it just looked like a metal head, like a metal 80s, like hairband girl. So there's flips on that. I've seen it happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that flip is awesome to see. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely.
She got kids and stuff now. She's got kids and stuff now. It's
Good
like
for
a
her.
mom, totally. It's like, wow.
To go.
And she's also in a position to be understanding if her own children go through certain phases.
Oh, I'm sure she wasn't pulling a picture out and saying, "You want to see me?"
Oh, right.
Yeah.
May have to break it to him gently. If
Harry Potter stuff, you are transphobic, but you are funding a transphobe. Okay, and you can edge around that as much as you want and pretend it's not true, but it is the truth. And your trans friends
You want to call me transphobic, but I fear no trans person. If that's what
no.
Obi has a fear of something, I fear no trans person. If you want to label me that, fine, label me that, but it doesn't make it the truth.
I'm still gonna be on guard just like I would or being around anybody.
Exactly.
It isn't going to be any different. Neither am I going to treat a potential problem any differently.
Right.
Well, it would be like us saying, "Oh, you're straight phobic" or something.
Right.
Like we don't have to say that, even though it might be a part of it.
Straight phobic.
Mm-hmm.
And they put up, by their own definition, then they are.
This. Harry Potter is really important to a lot of people, and I get that. It was important to me too. As someone that was going through hell in their childhood, escaping into those books was like a magic remedy for that.
They've definitely gone through some kind of trauma, what it was. They've gone through hell as a childhood. So they've gone through some kind of trauma.
Something happened.
Absolutely.
It's always
and
some kind of
95% of the time, I dare say. But yet they are still looking for a magic remedy.
Something was missing, and then this is a compensation for it.
Yep.
Trying to create something that they didn't have.
Right.
And even though that's a real experience, that doesn't mean you're really a woman or a man, going back and forth.
Of course not. You can't change these chromosomes. You might be able to change your body a little bit, but you can't change these chromosomes.
Right.
They could pull your bones up. They could pull your bones up 10 years after you're gone and still test it, still see that you're a guy.
That's
Absolutely. Right. Once you're all dead and gone, once all your paperwork's disappeared, and so if someone digs you up in 100 years, they're going to say that was why is this person got a female's name? Because that's a man. You know what I mean?
I am really, really angry that the woman that created something that helped me is now actively trying to destroy my community.
There you go.
So while you're
She
sitting
said
there
it.
wondering
Something
about
that created
Telling
you.
the truth.
Something that created you.
And so, my community. So you mean I'm not included?
No,
exactly.
No, you're not. You're not in the
So
club.
you're not
Derek.
all inclusive.
Yeah, exactly. No, that
Unless you're
wouldn't
wearing
be, but they're not all inclusive.
Unless
Exactly.
you're wearing a
No,
silver
no.
sparkle nightgown.
Right.
how you're going to cope with your feelings around the Harry Potter books being now condemned, then think about all those trans people that loved Harry Potter that have just...
If I hear Harry Potter once more, I'm going to...
It's the way she says it. That's what it is. What's that? What accent is that?
There's a bit of a look at Harry Potter there too. You know what I mean?
What accent is that? Is that?
It's English. It's definitely an English accent. Probably it sounds a little bit like Oxford kind of way. A bit posh, a bit camp.
Have the woman that created everything you feel about those books turn on them and say, we don't matter, we deserve annihilation.
Yeah, it sounds like a very
get us off the globe.
Well-spoken accent.
J.K. Rowling is using her wealth to fund anti-trans legislation, and if you continue supporting her work, she will continue to fund that legislation, and then your trans friends are fucked. Okay, so enjoy your game, enjoy your books, enjoy your films, leave us to suffer.
Leave us to suffer. There it is right there. Victimizing thyself. Yeah. Leave us to suffer.
She's got a killer neckbeard.
Oh, fantastic. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I mean, they want to be the opposite sex of what they are, the opposite gender of what they are, or whatever. But they really, when they actually do change, or they're actually in the middle of it, they're transitioning or deciding whether to get operation or not. They don't look anything like women. Some of them really do try, but some of them just don't try at all. They just
That's a chick.
Like this. Yeah, this is a chick trying to be a dude. I think. I mean, I would say this is a chick that wants to be a man and has took some hormones and is getting a neck beard, because it doesn't look like she's getting a moustache, but they're getting that neck beard. That always comes through fast with them, doesn't it? And the hair started to recede. So I would say it's someone that's taking testosterone.
Yeah, welcome to being a man. As soon as they start losing the hair, that's when they start freaking out.
Oh no, I wish I could have kept that side.
You wanted to be a man.
Right. There you go. There you go.
Oh no, what will you guys ever do? A movie and a franchise made by a person who doesn't agree with your beliefs, and because of the fact that this person doesn't agree with your beliefs,
pretty whatever it is.
That is basically harmful to you guys. You guys can't live because someone disagrees with you. How oppressed are you guys? Oh no, the horrors.
Typical liberal supports Iran over America.
If you're autistic and you think about gender a lot,
you're not alone. There's been a lot of studies done in the last few years that show a big overlap between people who experience gender discomfort and people who are autistic. One study showed that in a group of non-autistic people, only 15% were trans, but in a group of autistic people, it was 40%. It goes the other way around too. The University of Cambridge found that trans people are 3 to 6 times more likely.
My son is on the autistic spectrum, and he certainly doesn't want to be a woman. That's for sure. I mean,
well, we're glad to hear.
Yeah, praise the Lord for that one. Praise the Lord. I mean, I don't know how true this statistic is. I mean, Lord knows they make things up nowadays, so it could be bull crap. It could be true. It could be bull crap. One or the other.
To have autism as well. Now, why is this? Why is there such a specific overlap? There are a lot of theories and hypotheses about this. One of them has to do with the fact that autistic people don't always adhere to the rules of the world and society. And gender is just another made-up rule.
Well, it's maybe because they've got a narrow focus, but whatever they focus on, they make that their priority, you know? So, like, if they did get that into their head, that they possibly could be of the opposite gender to what they think what they are actually born, then they would focus on that. So I would say that if they do get that in their head, then they possibly would focus on that. Then there is possibly autistic people that would think that way. Yeah, I get that.
They would hyper focus on it.
Right, they do. Yeah, absolutely. Depending how high or up or down they are on the spectrum. Again, autistic people are not all the same. They're individuals. Some might have certain traits, some might have other traits. You know. It's not always it's not always uniform.
Well, it's like, autism itself, I mean, it's a pretty broad spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because there's some where they have a certain disability, and how that manifested is kind of what's really in question. But they'll also say, like, oh, let's say Derek was skipping school. We think he may have autism. Because he's not going with the program.
Wow.
So they're really loose with it.
Oh, in the 80s, it was ADD.
ADD.
Yeah.
ADD. All the schools were sending shit to the parents that your child could be ADD, and they'd put you on like
attention
Ritalin
deficiency disorder.
Yeah,
no, maybe it's just because you don't have the children's interest, because you keep promoting indoctrination and bullcrap.
And then you've got ADHD. You've got ADHD.
Attention deficit disorder.
They've kind of overlapped, though.
I don't know. I mean, Thomas, I would say that vaccines possibly have got something to do with autism, but in Kenzie's, my son's case, it was definitely hereditary because his mom had Asperger's syndrome, which is a form of
it's in the spectrum.
Autism. So yeah, it's on the lower end of the spectrum, but it was definitely because of that. So it's definitely hereditary. How it came about, possibly through vaccines, but he certainly got it through being through.
Weren't they giving a big stink a while ago about Tylenol? Remember how they were saying Tylenol could don't give Tylenol to your kids?
Tylenol is paracetamol, isn't it? Paracetamol to us in the UK. Tylenol is what headache tablet, 500 milligrams.
Yeah, acetaminophen.
We call it paracetamol. You guys call it Tylenol. And
well, it's like here in the U.S., we can't trust anything, pharmaceutical wise or even food wise. We have to look at everything now, and it's uncomfortable for me to even look at, because it's like I'm surrounded by it.
Yeah.
Oh, I look at the labels of everything before I buy anything. I always look at the labels. If it says genetically modified or some kind of, what do you call it? The genetically
unbleached,
bioengineered. I'm like, no.
like any of that. Oh, you mean you sucked all the nutrients out of it?
Yeah, you made it so it's just dead food.
Yeah, so it'll just sit in your gut, and your body can't process that. And your body's like, what is going on?
Or it has to work extremely hard to get rid of it. It's more just things to eat to fill your guts up so your stomach.
Yeah, some things are really harsh for certain organs, like your liver and that. Your liver has to process a lot. Kidneys,
especially if it's highly processed, that's where your liver has a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
The reason is monotropism. Autistic brains are designed to zero in on things and be focus on one thing. And if that thing is gender, you might start thinking about your own gender and how that affects you and the world and all these things. Those are just two theories. There are a lot more reasons. And also, it's an individual experience. Everyone has their own reasonings for why they're trans. Not autistic, though. You're just autistic or not.
This is a really important thing to think about, though, because that means that there is an entire intersection of the autistic community that is being dangerously overlooked. As it is, being trans or being autistic, those are difficult things in the world we live in. Laws are made to keep us from living our normal lives. Then think about people who are both trans and autistic. It's a freaking double whammy of struggle in this world. There's a lot of joy to come from it. Autistic joy, the joy of being gender affirmed, beautiful things. However, there's a lot of people out there who don't want that to happen. So being aware of the fact that there are people like that in our community is really important for us who are cis or who are non-autistic to help support those people. It can also be very difficult mentally to have autism, especially undiagnosed autism, and also gender discomfort. If you're unsure about autism, we have free screeners at our website. And we also have a great team of therapists if you just need to talk about your gender struggles, your intersection of that with being neurodivergent, being autistic, or just being autistic. Linktree is in our bio that has all of the links to the screeners and therapists and everything else you might need. And I just want to know, what do you guys think? Is this something that you have seen very commonly? Do you know people who relate to this? What's your experience like? Let us know.
Yeah, that's enough internet for today.
He's like, all right, I had enough.
No,
I'm tapping out.
No, but she sounded similar to counselors I've encountered in the past, where they're just overlapping so many things and just still trying to promote gender affirmation as if it's a good thing. Like, no, what are you talking about? So you mean you have to, or me as a straight white male has to support somebody else in their delusion in order for you to be happy?
Yep, that's what we're meant to do.
Yeah.
Just cause they said so. Just because their feelings.
Yeah, that's a tough spot to be in.
Yeah, well, yeah, I get that, but it's certainly they need Christ. That's for sure. That's my opinion.
All right.
Yeah, some kind of guidance of some sort. Even just somebody who's, I don't know, just somebody. It's just tough. Like I said, that's a tough pickle to be in, man.
Right.
It's a rough
so
road.
when I deal with the aftermath, that's why I try to remain more understanding and kind of on the sidelines. And, I'm not trying to naysay them or anything because they're in a bad spot.
But what laws keeps them from living their normal lives? Right. The law's more veered towards them nowadays anyway, It's you, if we say anything wrong against them, it's us that you don't make hate speech, stuff like that, Exactly. Right, so we'll head over Rumble now. Got 3 movies to do. They're a trilogy: Unbreakable, Split, and Glass. But I suppose we'll play out with a Harry Mark.
It's funny how all 3 of them are just single words. I find that strange.
Yeah, and the first one was done in like the early 2000s or mid 2000s. Was it? Let me just find out. Unbreakable.
It's just weird that it's just single word ones. Sometimes I catch on stuff like that, right?
Yeah,
that's kind of strange.
It was made in 2000. Unbreakable was, and then the follow up to it, Split, was made in 2016, and then Glass. It's because it's a superhero thing, and nobody knew it was until later. 2022. Glass. Okay. 2019, so 2 years after that. So yeah, I didn't know. I mean, I remember seeing Unbreakable, and when Split came out, I had no idea that it was a sequel to it. You don't know till the third one comes out. You really don't. So yeah. Right, Harry Mark.
Well, good to see you guys. I'm gonna go eat some dinner. It was
hey, D-Man,
nice
I ain't seen you for a little while. It's been
Thank
good
you for having me on, and I'm glad I figured out that you weren't on the other channel anymore.
Hey,
God, I'm bad.
Bless you, man. Nice one, dude. Nice.
Good to see you, Derek, and say hello
Yeah,
to
you
everybody
too,
in
bro.
the chat too. Thanks for coming, guys. Good to see
Nice.
you.
Take care, Jay.
Ta-da.
Have a great day.
All right, let's do this one. Harry Mark freestyle. Nice one, D-Man.
2026. Is there a dome light? That? Do you mind? I don't mind. That'd be helpful for right now. Oh yeah. It's getting quite dark. 2026? 2026. Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Mac gets inventive when he spits. Happy New Year, y'all, it's 2026. There's really no avoiding the flames. Last year was defined by the joy and the pain. Yeah, y'all know I'm returning right now to last year when my house burned to the ground. Y'all know I improvise with the rap shit. From that moment, knew I had to rise from the ashes. The rap phoenix. Some call me the rap genius. I can't even tell if cats mean this. I am just a human. Back then, I felt as though the pain was all consuming. Felt like I ain't even have a room inside a single building or a place that I can call home. Had a lot of stress and anxiety flooding my dome. On top of that, yo, I had to hop on a plane to do my anomaly tour. That shit felt so insane. How can I possibly rein my brain in to do what I have to do? That's when I had to ask the dude up in the mirror, are you a master dude? Is that shit you say in your raps like actually true? Can you rise to the occasion when the shit gets hard? Are you really about to make gold out of your scars? Are you really about to make something great out of mistakes? Do you really have what it takes? Or was that message fake? So I rose to the occasion. Not no wannabe. I proved to myself I'm an actual anomaly. Took the shit up on the road. Many stages slaughtered. And after that, wife gave birth. I got a daughter. Yeah, can't believe that now I am a father. And I still got to flow on top this water. Learning so many lessons. That was 2025. Now it's 2026 and we continue to get live. Listen, I'm thinking what I'm about to do. What's the best solution? I'm not the type of making New Year's resolutions. They said, why not? Ain't that the answer, Harry? Let me tell you this. The gyms are always full in January. Yeah, but by February they empty. So I can't let none of those traps tempt me. I do have goals, but I also don't know how to pursue those goals when I don't know how the truth gets told. Know what I mean? Like my path might veer to the side. No, when he spits off the mental, he clearly gets live. I'm telling you this. This year we about to take liberties. This year we about to prioritize creativity. This year we about to prioritize being true. This year we gonna find new avenues to pursue. This year it's not about repeating the same old. This year we gonna make gold out of a lame flow. We gonna make wine from water. My mind will slaughter. Yo, if you want them off top rhymes, I got you. Yeah, 2026 to infinity. All I foresee for this year is my crew on a winning spree. They can try to stop me by giving me an injury, but I continue to take liberties. And y'all know that I can't make it happen instantly, but incrementally, essentially, I line it up first in my brain. Mentally, I visualize, and then I spit it live, and then I make it happen. We out here taking action. It's iconic up in the wheel. Mac with all them feels. Sam up on the camera. We giving y'all the deal. Let's go. Yeah. 2026. 2026. Yeah. Yo. That's how we do.
Excuse me. Yeah, Thomas, the only thing about no problems lying about it. Yeah, that too. That too, bro. Right. Nice. Let's head over.
And what it's like, oftentimes it's like they don't even, because they're so confused, they don't even know that they're lying because they are operating on a belief level.
Yeah, that's true.
It's the same thing with Globers. Like,
That's
oh no,
true.
we can't possibly be lying because that would mean NASA's lying. Like, yeah,
Absolutely.
Mhm.
But yeah, there absolutely is that. But then there is the some that know they're lying 100%. Right, let's head over there, guys. Nice one for joining us on the YouTube side. If you're not joining us on the Rumble side for the 3 movies, then thanks for joining us here. And I will see you tomorrow. But if you're joining us on the Rumble side, see us over there just now. Right, guys, here the sunset's free. It's free.
Indeed.
See you over there, guys.
Cheers.